taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
Yeah, let's kick it off. So yeah, we got 2 hip hop albums, 2 classics in my book, but classics for 2 different reasons. Both from the same era.
Sure. Yep.
And the albums are only a year apart, but they're both double albums. So let's get into it.
Yeah, I mean, you kick
Biggie
it off, bro.
Smalls.
Like, I mean, you're it's your brainchild, bro. So yeah, you set this shit off for us.
Yeah, so we've been having this cooked up for like last year, like a good several months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And my whole thing was, a lot of people just like to just say the Biggie album is better. And not even listening to the Yukmouth album, they just say it because that's the cool hip hop thing to say, or whatever the fuck that means. But it's really no difference in the album when you break them down. People who say, "Oh man, Biggie killed it with the storytelling." The Yukmouth album has crazy storytelling on it. People say the production on Biggie album is great. The Yukmouth album has great production on it. People say the features on Biggie album are great. Yukmouth, it's like everything that you can say about Biggie's album, you can say about Yukmouth album. The only clear difference, and the only thing that Biggie album is superior in my opinion, and I don't think this part is up for debate, sonically, it's a better sounding album.
It is.
It's a better sound, like the clarity, the listening, like. But just because it sounds better doesn't mean it's fucking better. Like, if someone says, "Hey, look, man, I could give you the cleanest Nas verse, or I could give you the cleanest RZA verse," most of us gonna want to hear the cleanest Nas verse.
Right.
Both legends, but I'm just saying, like, and I feel like the Yukmouth album is just, I liked it better. I enjoyed it better. Yo, shout out to Lukey. What it do? On G Squad, Thugged Out album is better. Yeah.
And you know what's funny too? Because I think we got more engagement because I'm just looking at our notifications on there. You know, we have some people like Ron Boy, salute to him, says Yuck double album was a goddamn classic. And then we got T Michelle 85 that says Lukey was like, no, it's not, because Lukey said thugged out by a mile, I think, so
by a country mile, not just a mile, a country mile. Like the Biggie album, look, dude, like that shit, like people is rewriting history with the Biggie album. When Biggie album dropped, there was a lot of niggas that still said Ready to Die was better, and that was still the classic.
That's also true.
And Life After Death had a lot of filler. A lot of niggas was saying you could have made that into one real classic ass disc.
But with Life After Death though, what Life After Death got that Yuck's album didn't get, obviously, and was unfortunate, was the death stimulus. Dead rappers get better promotion. Still, it's true to this day. It's and that's what it got.
See, that death also stopped their collab. Biggie was supposed to be on the Lunatic Music album when he was in Cali,
right?
So it's like, who knows how Yukmouth would even be received a year later if that would have happened, especially when he already had guys like Redman and Tony Tone and other Bay legends on the album, so his stature was rising as well.
And something I always say, because for me, I'm a big Loonies fan. I'm a big, most people are like, I'm the East Coast representative, but I am a big West Coast rap fan, especially of the 90s. So like I talk about the shit, rappers that most people don't even mention most of the time. And Loonies was like, I love them. Yeah, I love the first album. I always said Lunatic Music, suffered from one thing. It was just released, it was released at a point where a lot of West Coast rap was just being like, they were being frozen out because after what happened with Biggie, pretty much. And then of course Tupac. So it's like, it was kind of like a low key, like they were shadow banning West Coast rap. And that album I thought was great, and it didn't get the type of promotion that it should have got.
Yeah, I remember the commercial that used to play on Rap City.
Mm-hmm.
The episode, they filming. I think they're like in the psych ward. I think you had like Shock G, a few other people. But yeah, as my memory on point. But yeah, like so you have two different circumstances surrounding the album. If both albums got the same publicity, I think more people will be saying the Yuck album is better. It wouldn't be looked at as I'm saying some crazy shit, or Lukey or whoever is out there giving props to Yukmouth album or saying it's better. We're not looking like some like crazies here. We're not like the dudes picking Yard to win this weekend.
No, in my opinion, no. With
Hold on, that's me too, motherfucker.
Well, I'm not picking Yard shit. I'm not stupid.
Yeah, mine's a fluke pick because remember I picked a draw for fucking Liam Smith and goddamn Eubank. Like I'm really giving Smith some credit here, and then he helps him fucking knocks him out. I'm like, shit, I should have just said fuck it. Should have just went with my hunch, like with my instinct. But yeah, but I'm going with hip hop. Nah, pure instinct. Like nah, Yukmouth shit is better as a double album. It's the better double album. Biggie shit might have the bigger songs or the more classic songs, like the better songs, but as an album to play through,
because Puff likes his cinematic music videos with the easily recognizable sample, and
the like album that. Is a dude. The Life After Death is like a chore to get through. You can't. That's not an album. The way the album's made, you only listen to maybe 5 or 6 good songs from it, and then you go on with your day. Like the Thugged Out.
Shit, that's you. That ain't me. That ain't me.
Nigga, that's you.
Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself.
You from New York, nigga. Of course. Y'all used
to
here we
go again.
I prefer the Biggie album, but I mean, I know. I mean, the thing is with the Thugged Out, it sounds like one long song to me for the most part. I mean, not in a bad way. You can play it through. Whereas with Life After Death, there's some.
And that's how Biggie albums sound like one long song. It's either gonna be a fake mafioso beat or a boring little dark cinematic beat, or you're gonna get a cheesy 80s sample shit, and they just run together in a continuous loop. And it's like there's hardly any type of changes, tempo changes. It's just one. Few bumps, few little different grooves, but the same thing. But Yukmouth shit, it just the tone and the energy changes so many different times, and that nigga spitting like he got a gun to his head and he just rapping his ass off. Biggie killing it. Don't get me wrong. Biggie's rapping killed the album to me. He saved the album because that's Biggie.
What do you mean? Wait, hold on. What do you mean he saved the album? Like, what do you mean by that?
I mean what the fuck I said, nigga.
His rapping
saves the album. The album is boring as fuck sometimes. Like, it's not like a great double album to hear. It has great songs.
Yeah,
I don't want to fucking hear all these goddamn skits and this nigga, this, that. I don't want to hear all that shit. I want to hear music. I don't want to hear a fucking black exploitation movie through my fucking car radio.
Well, me, I personally love skits, so that's not a negative for me. I love the fuck.
It's too many. I don't want to hear all that shit.
No, too many skits is Method Man's second.
Yeah, there's not too many. What are we talking about? Too many skits. There's like 2 skits.
Long ass fucking get the fuck out of here. I just was listening to this shit, and every song is like 5 or 6 minutes with like 40 seconds of talking.
There's an intro and then an interlude.
Yeah, that's too much of that shit, nigga. Too much of that shit.
What are these
fucking rapping?
What are these? And at least Biggie's interludes and shit are classic because he gave us the classic Mad Rapper skit. So like that skit is one of the best fucking skits, even though it wasn't even really a skit. It just came before the song. But that shit was so dope. Come on now, stop that.
Kicking the
reason. Ready to Die is Biggie's classic. That's the better album. Everything on that shit was just perfect. But Life After Death is like,
I disagree, but
give you too much of all the shit that made Ready to Die perfect.
Ready to Die is fucking one of
let's give you some samples. Alright, nigga, but let's give me some faster, up more beat samples. Okay. Give me some fucking mafioso shit. Like, alright, nigga, give me like 7 of them beats.
It had Puffy fingerprints all over it for sure, yeah. Ready to Die is such a classic album. But I mean, Life After Death, I think Biggie showed more, maturity, growth, I guess.
That's the big thing. Like he did because
that's what I'm saying. That shows in the rapping to me more than anything else.
Because Biggie's flow, it became God tier and it really smoothed out. Whereas Ready to Die, because it was recorded in like two different phases. Like early Biggie, when he had a more high, like a nasally, like nasally hardcore flow. And then later on, when he kind of smoothed it to that whole Big Papa stuff. So that's what made the album more interesting because it had that type of dichotomy. Whereas in Life After Death, it was clear that Biggie had matured. Like his pen game matured, his flow matured, his lyrics absolutely matured. Everything was.
And I just wasn't blown away by a lot of the production on Life After Death. Like a lot of the beats just get a little dull, like boring to me.
Well, for Life After Death, for me, I think
which beats? Like, wait, hold on, let me ask you.
And I disagree with that.
All right, let me pull up the album. Hold on.
I mean, like,
I disagree with that. The production was great on Life After Death.
Nah, fuck all that.
No,
let me see. Okay, let me see.
I'm trying to see.
Niggas Bleed. That beat's aight. That's cool. It's not a great beat to me. Miss You. That's aight.
It's alright. Last Day's cool. I like Last Day's beat.
Yeah, Last Day's a dope beat. That's a classic beat. But you see how he has a few beats on that level. Like the Last Day has that dark theme that they was looking for on the album. What's Beef has the mafioso. That was like the two highest on that level. Like what I felt like they was looking for. But the others, like Somebody's Gotta Die, cool. That beat straight. You know what I mean?
That shit was
not
dope.
the greatest.
Niggas Bleed was dope. That song, that beat was dope. What we talking about?
I mean, I would say this show.
That's aight. My Downfall, cool. Like a lot of these beats, like
Kick in the Door. Come on.
Kick in the Door was hot. Like
Classic
nigga,
song.
I didn't name Kick in the Look. What do you want me to name the hottest beats on here? Is that a better?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
The hottest beats on this album. First of all, Kick in the Door, motherfucking Notorious Thugs, fucking Hypnotize. That's like what, three? Let me see. I give you More Money, More Problems. 4.
I like it. Got a story.
Got a story to tell. 5.
Yeah. And what about Long Kiss Goodnight?
That beat's aight. That ain't a hot ass beat.
I mean, I think close out the album. You know about it. If Somebody Kills You is such a classic way to close out the album, though.
It was, but
That
even
one was
that beat's
dope.
cool.
That one
That's
was dope
not
as hell too.
That's not a great beat to me. Like,
I mean, for me, Life After Death is like this. I mean, I think the first disc of Life After Death is like damn near perfect. Like, I mean, everything on there was dope on the first disc. Like in it, but this too is where you get a lot of the slip ups. Like I always say, I hate Another. I going back to Cali is one of the worst.
No, whoa. No.
Like,
it's not a great song. Like, dude, a lot of Biggie songs on this album are like 7s.
Yeah.
They're 7s.
No,
like,
absolutely not.
This too like, had a lot of slip up. Like I hate going back to is whack to me. I've never liked that beat.
I ain't gonna say it's whack, but I'm not gonna say it's a great song.
And then
it's a 6 or a 7.
And then Nasty Boy, I hate.
Yeah, Nasty Boy's like trash. Like the fuck out of here.
And then with My Downfall, I never liked DMC on it, so it's like, ugh.
Oh, come on.
I fuck with My Downfall though, but the beat ain't nothing great, and they like DMC killed it. Like
Biggie spit on that, leave you more.
But he's spitting his at. That's why I said Biggie's rapping saves it.
Yeah,
more gone than Freeman's class. I mean, that's.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the only song that Biggie was, that I thought Biggie was kind of mid on in terms of rapping was Going Back to Galley. Like, I live out there, so don't.
Whoa. That don't mean a nigga can't rest in the West. See some nice breasts in the West. Come on, man. Y'all niggas is a mess. Thinking I won't stop. Give it LA props. All I got is beef with those that violate me. I shall annihilate these.
It was an average song to me.
Another can go. Yeah, to me, another.
Going Back to Galley didn't hit.
Nah, he killed it.
Nah, he was rapping his ass off.
I
don't like the song like that, but I can't call it.
You just lay down slow. Come on now.
I couldn't fuck with that.
Because you know what it is? and that you see how Pat's sounding because it's the production. Do you see how the production is what is literally taking him out of that song? If you was to mix that Biggie verse and put it on some other beat and it had nothing to do with Cali, niggas would be like, "Oh damn, Biggie's killing this shit."
And then the wild thing is too, because I mean that was like really like for Moby, that was like really avant-garde because he produced "I Love the Dough" and I thought that's one of my favorite songs on the album. I'm like, he killed that beat, but he does that, and I'm just like. I don't
know. Y'all niggas are in love with "I Love the Dough." Like, it's a good song, but oh my god, like they literally just ripped the fucking same beat, and these niggas just went off, and these niggas is like, "Oh my god, the best collab in the world, Jay-Z." Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, I love it. I'll play. I love the Dough to this day. I mean, that's like.
I still play it too.
I mean, it's fly shit.
I played it before the podcast.
Shit, I still play the whole damn album. So. You're talking to the wrong person.
I love the Dough's fly shit. So I love because I'm a fly nigga in my real life. So it's like I can fuck with it. So it's like I can like get a groove onto it. So it's like that's my thing. But yeah, no. But yeah,
and we didn't even like. Honestly, it's funny thing. None of us even mentioned my favorite song on the damn album. That's "Sky's the Limit." Like that's one of Biggie's best songs.
Yeah, no, it is. Like, I mean,
it's dope, but it's about an 8.
It's a classic.
Oh hell no! Oh,
Sky's Limit. I mean, the Bobby Caldwell joint sample is classic. You know, everything about Sky's Limit is a 10.
I mean, you can have a classic song be an 8. Like,
I mean, Clark Kent showed his ass on that beat. That's why I was like, that. I mean, honestly, it's probably my favorite song on the whole album.
It's one of the better songs.
That's probably my favorite Biggie song. It's probably my favorite Biggie song.
Yeah.
We brought a milk set lunch.
Yeah, I mean, I felt you could because especially when the single was released, because it was like one of the final singles.
Yeah, the video makes you really love the song. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, because it's just like, god damn, Biggie's gone. Like, yeah, we see that. So I like the video just mixing his own. But when I first heard it without the video, I was like, damn, like this shit is like, because it was like damn, Biggie was really on some. You could tell that he was kind of changing, and then that was a song of real growth because I would have never imagined Biggie on Ready to Die spitting some shit like that. So
he was singing the hook. If you know, after the first verse, he was singing the hook. His voice was actually singing the first that chorus in the first. The chorus. Sky's the limit.
Yeah, I mean, yes, him singing the hook. He did that shit. I Love the Dough too, singing parts of the.
I love you can hear my love, but.
But no, but overall, I mean, when Life or Death did, I mean, it just had filler, but I mean, but it's still a classic double album, and because obviously because of the death factor, it sold a lot of records, so that's why that was always like, it was always on MTV, it was always on BT, VH1, it was always on that, whereas Yuck's album didn't have that type of mark. I think it still went gold, but then. If Yuck had that type of marketing, it probably could have actually did something. I mean, I think there was only like 1 or 2 singles, LB, on that shit that was actually released. I mean, Still Ballin'.
The only single they had was Still Ballin'. They had a video for that. They used to be on BET a lot. Still Ballin'. Then they had the remix.
So basically, this is y'all saying, why did
no. It's the truth. It's the truth, nigga.
Well, no, in my case, because I told LB this too, because I was a fan of Yuck when he was in Loonies, because he had a more nasally comedic type of flow, but he was a spitter. Whereas Yuck, the one thing I always disliked about Yuck at post Loonies was the fact that he tried to be a Tupac light. The whole
and that's honestly what kind of killed this fucking album for me. And I liked the album, but like there was too much times where he was trying to channel and his inner Tupac, and I'm just like, if I want to listen to Pac, I'm listening to fucking Pac. Like, come on.
And that's the reason, because like, I'm saying that because as a big Loonies fan, because I understand some rappers change their voices like over time. Like, I remember when Lloyd Banks was fucking with his voice for a little bit, and he was.
But he rapped nothing like Pac. That's why I don't really get. Like, he was giving them props. Like, it's not like he was doing some C Murder shit where he taking the nigga beats and.
I mean, he wasn't on some Master P shit. I mean, he wasn't doing it as bad as Master P was, but
as bad. Like, I don't think he was doing it at all. Like, he was the only dude. You gotta remember, at this time, nobody was really giving Tupac any type of mainstream props at that time. It was already 2 years after his death. Niggas was forgetting about Pac. Niggas was all on Biggie dick, like how y'all were just now, shit. To the point where if we even point out that, yeah, there's a different circumstance around his album that it wasn't promoted the same or this, that, it wasn't the same. Y'all making it seem like it's crying when it's just the truth.
Too, I mean, it was also released because, of the...
Hold on, that's like saying any nigga that said Hearn didn't know how to promote Andre and Haney. Were we wearing?
No.
Exactly.
No, but I mean, obviously, I know Yuck was close to Pac and everything like that, but like I said, let's put it this way, if Yuck didn't release what he released with the Loonies, it would be one thing. So at least that would be okay. That's the perspective. I mean, well, I'd probably think about digest his music a little different.
He wasn't even close to like, dude was closer. No,
I'm
Biggie.
Sorry, bro. Like, even if it wasn't rapping.
I think y'all just because y'all don't listen to West Coast music like that, like shit like this. It's just too hard for y'all. So whenever somebody from the West Coast
I'm older than you, nigga. I know West Coast was
going off, y'all niggas. Oh, he Pac. Nigga raps nothing like Pac.
Nigga, I'm older than you. I guarantee I listen to more West Coast shit than you ever have, nigga.
Nah. You live in fantasies, nigga. I reject that deposit.
Hold on. Wait. You're saying that I think that Yuck sounds like Pac because I don't listen to enough West Coast music?
At least not in that era, like that time.
I was gonna say,
if that's the impression you're getting from this album, because honestly, I'll be honest, I've never heard those takes about this album ever.
But
knowing y'all two East Coast niggas, I'm not surprised. I'm hearing that now.
I was gonna say, I fuck with Rascas, and you'll never hear me say like Rascas sounds like anybody else. Like, come on,
exactly.
Because Rascas don't sound like nobody else. Yukmouth don't sound like nobody else. Like, they don't sound like Pac. Rascas look like Ja Rule, but he don't sound like him.
No, and like I said before, because I specifically
like, okay, what did Yukmouth do on the album that makes you say he sounded like Pac?
No, I specifically said because I referenced Yuck's Looney's flow. I referenced that because that's how I became a.
Okay, no, but I'm asking a question though. Like, you hear my question? Like, look, I'm asking, what specific thing did Yukmouth do on the Thugged Out album that makes you say, "Damn, he's trying to be like Pac"?
Let's see, the gruff flow,
that delivery, his delivery.
Delivery on what song? This nigga don't sound like Pac on no fucking song.
I'm not like the way he deliver his rhymes at times. Like,
Pac was never spitting as many multi-syllables as Yukmouth.
No, but it's not about the rhyme schemes. I'm just talking about the way he delivered it. Sometimes almost came off Pac light.
Yeah.
What song is this? I'm listening to this. I'm listening to the wrong album.
And
I'm listening to Bugged Out.
And believe it or not, there were a lot of Pac imitators, but his was like he was forcing it at times. And I was like, "Yo, you have a regular, like you have a flow."
Because he's amped up, because he's hyped. Dude, the album is called Thugged Out, not Drugged Out, not fucking Chilled Out. Yeah, if a nigga spitting thug shit and thug bars and metaphors, a nigga's gonna be hyped. Like, what the fuck? Well, y'all was used to this damn slow ass cinematic Biggie Small shit.
Nigga, he was hyped when he was doing the Looney shit, bro. So it doesn't matter, nigga. He was just
nah. It's a whole different hype. Like, he'll even tell you himself. Like, you gotta listen to the Looney's third album where you hear it more like this.
But the thing is like that, because on the Thugged Out album, you hear some of the Looney shit, like some of the songs where he kind of turns that shit off, and you hear it. So you hear the shit that made it's like, okay, this is it right there. But then
different songs call for different flows and vibes, like.
But like I said, it's just, and that's the thing that I said that always took me out of listening to Yuck in later years, because it was just like, obviously rappers change their voices, but I just feel like when he did that shit, it was just kind of like. It would always take me out, even though I say all the time this nigga can spit, This nigga is a lyricist. Him and Numbskull were all spitting.
I mean, I get all that. Just the whole Tupac shit is where y'all lost me. I'll just be honest. Like, I mean, Pilot, you said you heard bits and pieces of songs or whatever.
No. I'm saying I've never listened to the album in full until a few months ago.
Okay, and now that you had did you hear this Pac shit?
Yeah, my fault. Go ahead. I was saying, listen to the album. You gotta listen front to back to actually get a good assessment of it. At least once or twice. But go ahead, my fault.
Right, and what were your general impressions of it?
I mean, the album was cohesive. I felt like he was spin. The production was a little redundant for me. A lot of the beats sounded the same. I mean, I don't know. It blended all together, which can be good, can be bad, depending on how you look at it. But he was rapping. I like the energy he was rapping with. I liked the bars, and he was telling some stories. Production, some songs used to hit better than others.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why, because this is when Yuck was on Rap A Lot. So a lot of the Rap A Lot production back then, it was like Southern. It was really dark.
Man, Tone Capone was killing them beats, man. Fuck all.
Yeah, like
he had better beats than Biggie album. Fuck that. Way better beats. I can't listen to them Biggie beats. I throw that shit away.
It's funny because I'll say this: the guy that stood out to me a lot on Yukmouth's album, fucking Tech 9. I was like, damn, I forgot Tech 9 was spitting like that. Like, 'cause I ain't listened to Tech 9 in a minute. Like, oh shit.
Well, Tech 9,
it's crazy. The Yukmouth, the only nigga Tech 9 never outshines.
Yes. I mean, who outshines Tech 9? Like, no one. I mean, no one does. But
the Yukmouth pretty much put Tech 9 on when he put him on this album. Like,
yeah, and like I said,
nobody gave Tech 9 to look like that before.
And I will say the guests did their thing on there. Outlaws did their thing on there. MC Ren did his thing on there. Do or Die did their thing on there. The guests, for the most part, they understood the assignment, and the guests didn't bring any even Numbskull.
Fire Posse cuts. The nigga had the Outlaw song on there.
Yeah, Rap A Lot.
MC Ren was on there. Like, yeah, it was dope.
Yeah, but like songs like, let's say, Sacrifice My Life. Like, I mean, to me that was the best song in the album. To me, that and fucking Secret Indictment. I don't know, because I remember I was raving to a nigga about a Secret Indictment to LB, I think, one time. I was like, damn, that shit could have it could have been like a whole. You could have built a whole album behind that song or whatever, But Yuck was spit there was some real storytelling on that shit. Like,
and that's my thing. Like, boy, for everybody who always saying Biggie have all this shit above, it's like they match up the same. Like, Biggie's storytelling was dope, but I can't say it was better than Yukmouth storytelling on this. Even if niggas want to say it's equal, I'll get that. Like, but niggas just can't say like Biggie rap circles over this nigga. Nah. Mm-mm.
I mean, Revelations was dope. Was a dope storytelling song.
Nigga rapped his whole life.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this shit was excellent though. Let's see what else on there.
Like Father Like Son,
Millionaire,
Extortion, My Buddy, Rolex Rules. For whatever reason, Rolex Rules is like that shit was just
Rolex Rules hit, nigga.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, that shit hit for real. And Ice Cream Man,
I like Sad Millionaire a lot.
Yeah. Like I think
nigga you love to hate. Classic, man. They even flipped the SW Menage a Trois. He flipped the SWV beat. Saying that even that shit was dope. That.
Yeah, that was hard.
The Mackin versus Pimpin'. It's not just the storytelling. It's the topic.
I didn't really like Mackin versus Pimpin' and Stallion like that. Like, those two to me.
I didn't fuck with Stallion. I agree.
Like Stallion, I hate it. Like, I skipped it.
It's too long. I always skip that song. The skit and the song.
I actually like Stallion. I might be one of the rare ones. I might be the only one here, but
Pat always like all the songs I avoid. Dude, I could play this whole album. I just don't play. I don't play Stallion, and I really don't play Sacrifice My Life. But everything else I play.
And I actually like Sacrifice. I love fucking Sacrifice My Life.
City of Dope was nice as fuck. I like City of Dope, and the way
City of Dope is fire.
And of course, I'm still not a fan of Still Ballin'. I'm sorry. I
like Still Ballin'.
I love Still Ballin'.
I like Thugged Out and Do Your Thug Thing.
Yeah. The nigga Posse, dude, how you have 3 classic Posse cuts? One with the Outlaws, one with your own crew, and then one with the Rap-A-Lot crew. That's like crazy. Like, it's just shit like that just blows me away. Like, there's some niggas who don't have one classic Posse cut in their whole career. This nigga got 3.
Revelations goes crazy too. I like that track.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But
My
you know,
buddy
yeah,
with
like
Dog Pound.
Yeah, like the whole the album is dope. Like, there's no question about that. But in just terms of but in terms of obviously what people will consider like classic is, I mean, because this is not a well-known double album. Like, you know, like let's say if you're not from the West Coast, you know, unless you.
Nah, if you're not a real hip hop head, fuck it. If you listen to rap music, you know about this album. I ain't gonna even say if the West Coast. It went gold at a time where everybody was selling. He got a classic album. He got a classic song. Like, nah. Niggas need to know about this shit. I ain't giving no pass, and I gotta get back to Pilot. What Tupac impressions did you get from this album? Did you get this Tupac vibe that these niggas got, or you just got something else?
Halfway. I mean, I'm kind of like, you know, I am the median in general always, but yeah, kind of halfway. I can see what P is saying with some of the Pac influence, not influence, but some of the shades of Pac with some of the ad libs, things like that. But I mean, did
it seem forced? Did you hear an album? Did you listen to the album and say to yourself, man, this nigga really forcing it, trying to be Pac?
No, not really. No.
Okay, all right, that's all I want to hear. Okay, yeah, all right. It's just these 2 niggas, the only 2 niggas in the whole fucking blood clot Google Earth.
I get the Pac influence.
I'm pretty sure we're not the only 2 niggas that have said damn, this nigga's trying to. I'm 100%, 200%.
I've never heard. I promise, I've not.
Yeah.
Even in the comments, I've never even heard haters say that shit. Niggas will say, "Oh, I can't stand his voice." This, that, or that.
Well, I mean, like I said, mine is specific because I actually listened to this. I've actually listened to this niggas. That's why. Like,
them niggas listen too.
Yeah,
like, y'all niggas always try to act like y'all hear something no one else hear. Like, yes, y'all do. You know what? You're right. Yeah.
Well, no,
y'all heard this Tupac impersonator.
I'm the oldest in this whole thing. Like, nigga, I'm older than you, nigga. You have to
that don't mean shit, man.
So my opinion.
You not. Hold on. Are you like 5 years older than me?
Excuse me.
Are you 5 years older than me?
Nigga, I'm OG, nigga. I've listened.
But are you? Because you have to be 5 years old to know a whole era, to understand the whole era more than I can.
And I understand that era. I understand it probably more than
not you. More than me though. That's what I'm saying. So you saying that so if you was 5 years older than me, I could say that.
Yeah, but you saying that I don't.
You can't just be a year or 2 older than me and saying that shit. Like, nah, nigga.
No, yes, nigga, yes, it is.
Nah, no, dude, you don't even know the South music. You get the fuck out of here. You always be having like, nah, nigga, fuck out of here. Like, nah, nigga, you ain't no fucking authority, nigga.
I know West Coast, nigga. Like, we're not talking about.
Nah, not like I do, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. Nah, I reject that deposit, nigga. So listen to some EPMD, nigga.
Nigga, you grew up with 2 Live Crew, nigga. You don't know what I know about West Coast, nigga.
Nigga, Florida got a way quicker influence on fucking with Cali than where you Boston, nigga? What, Massachusetts?
Nigga, nigga, you have to understand, I'm from Connecticut, bro. Like
Connecticut, wherever the fuck, they all the same to us.
Nigga, Florida is just
Florida is for Florida. We don't mix up Florida. The Northeast could be anything.
I'm laughing because I knew Pat was gonna bring out a 2 Live Crew reference.
Because honestly, and that's the bias, that's the disrespect niggas have for the South. But the South is winning, nigga, and y'all hate that.
It's West Coast, not South, nigga. Loonies is.
It don't matter. The South. We fuck with the West Coast. That's why we on this album. We know this shit.
Florida is East Coast.
Houston is the South. Rap-A-Lot is the South, nigga.
Yeah, no, but Rap-A-Lot. I know Rap-A-Lot.
No, for Connecticut, what authority does Connecticut have on hip hop? Hold on, wait. What has Connecticut done for hip hop?
No,
because niggas always shitting on the 2 Live Crew and bringing up Luke and booty shaking music. But what the fuck has Connecticut contributed to hip hop?
Not booty based.
What the fuck? Hold on. What the fuck has Connecticut contributed to hip hop? Besides fucked up opinions.
Hold on, I'm trying to Google.
Nah, nigga, nah.
You know, we're East Coast, nigga.
Nah, nigga, dog. Y'all can't see because y'all can't be like, oh well, you know, y'all not Jersey. Y'all can't lump yourself in with New York. So nah.
Nah, we can't.
Even Jersey even Jersey can stand on its own.
You never heard of the tri-state? You know what the tri-state is, nigga? Like,
Nah, nigga. I'm asking Connecticut. Something that's 25 minutes from you. Because if you gonna talk about booty shaking music in Luke, Miami's just 30 minutes away, nigga. We be in Miami. But where in Connecticut y'all making hip hop?
Because
I need to know where in Connecticut y'all niggas making hip hop. Where the fuck they at? Do y'all even have clubs?
Of course we do, nigga. You wouldn't dance to them though, cause you'd be a fucking wallflower, nigga. That's your.
Nah, nigga, I gets it in, nigga.
Yeah, I gets it in too, nigga. You'd be a wallflower.
Your big green mile looking ass, nigga. Fuck out of here, nigga. Stop.
Nigga, like nigga, you be on the wall.
But nah, nigga, we ain't calling no authority. You gotta be damn. The fucking, let me see how you gotta be like nigga, 5 years older than me. In real life,
you gotta understand this, nigga. You don't.
Nah. Just cause you done been to the West Coast and had some chicken and waffles don't mean you know West Coast hip hop, nigga.
Yes, I do, nigga. Yes, I do.
Like, nah, this nigga, like, y'all niggas on some fucking. Like, I've never heard that in my life. Like, who the fuck?
Well, that's Florida, nigga. You never heard that shit in your life.
Nah, like, that was like, wow.
Nigga,
like,
bro. You ain't the majority. You're not the majority. You have to understand that.
Oh, what?
You're not the majority, nigga. You have to understand that. If you haven't heard it, that's because you haven't heard of it and you're part of it.
Nah, that's still. Okay, who else have y'all heard that from?
Nigga, I don't have to. I heard from.
All right, never mind. Y'all don't hear this shit. That's y'all. Y'all niggas is an echo chamber for certain opinions, and it's cool. I get it. There's no big deal.
We need some West Coast heads in here. Like, I know we got some West Coast niggas on here. That's like in my era, in this era, nigga. Like, we need to hear some West Coast niggas.
Our era, nigga. Like, you ain't special.
Like, hey, aren't you a West Coast nigga?
Dude, this nigga acting like he's fucking like 50 years old. Like, dude.
But me myself, I live in the West most of my life, but I always prefer East Coast shit. So, music wise, rap wise. So.
Yeah, it's like a South nigga can't tell me nothing about no West Coast shit.
No nigga from Connecticut can't tell me about hip hop. Period.
You can't tell me about no West Coast.
Like, a nigga from Connecticut don't ever fucking even mention hip hop. Like, no, like no.
Nigga, I'm from New York, nigga. I don't know what the fuck you talking.
You ain't from New York, no, nigga. You're not even King P. Nigga, at least this nigga could walk out of a bodega with a Dipset CD.
I'm older than P. I'm a lot older than him, so I know what I'm talking about when I talk about this hip hop shit.
But you from Connecticut though.
Yeah, I know this, nigga.
Yeah, so it's like you pretty much might be on King P level, even though you're like twice his age or some shit.
No.
Because he's from like the birthplace, and then you're like
EPMD, nigga.
You're in Connecticut though.
And I told him about the whole EPMD shit. Like, we're not the same era.
But that's the thing. King P probably heard of them EPMD before that though.
No, he didn't.
What? Wait, hold on.
Wait. You gonna fucking tell me King P ain't heard of EPMD before he fucking spoke to you? Like, nigga, get over yourself. Like, stop.
That's not true. I definitely know who EPMD was. I've known for them for a while.
Like, dude, like.
No, I'm talking about like you talk about. I mean, like, I go back to the 80s with EPMD. We had this whole fucking conversation about this shit. You know, it's like,
but so, dude, you literally just said that King P never heard of EPMD.
No, because I thought you were about to say, like, you know, you didn't know about EPMD like before, like he was born or some shit like that, because he's like a 90s baby. Like, I heard about EPMD in the 80s.
No, I didn't say that.
That's what I thought you said.
I said King P. I know he would have heard of them. Like, he's from New York. There's certain things that you're just gonna know.
But you made him hold very different views on it, and I said,
it don't matter. He's gonna know. But somebody from Connecticut, see, you need to know because you're from Connecticut.
He was wrong though.
Nah. How was I wrong?
Yeah, because you niggas on some EPMD, blah blah blah, horrible. When you're,
I didn't say that. I told you picked the wrong album to review, especially if you try to put on a younger person.
Yeah, I picked the actual classic from these niggas.
But that's not their best album, and I remember that. I said it was not their best album.
It's still like the first 4 albums are their actual classics, and the rest are they're good. But the 4 are the actual.
See, this is the thing, man. Like, you gotta have a certain level of humility when it comes to putting the younger generation on to the classics.
Nah,
you gotta bridge the
I
gap a little bit.
Nigga.
Huh?
Yeah, like the kids, the babies, you gotta teach the children, bro. It's not humility.
But you weren't doing that. You fucking went to the first album that you know niggas couldn't want to listen to. Yeah, that's why I was like, do the one from '97 when they came back together with the ooh and ah. That like, come on, man. Like,
I don't do
the joint, like.
No, that's the humility. I don't do all that humility. That's you, nigga. I don't do all that.
Dude, I don't put this nigga on to mad album like classics. Like, I mean, I prove my point. Like, I rap with a nigga 12 years younger than me from 3 different eras apart, and our chemistry is like magical.
I don't hang out with young niggas, bro, like that. that's you. I don't listen.
I hang out with everyone. That's my life. Cause just like music, I listen to everyone. And I'm not from Connecticut, and in Florida, everyone's around here. Everyone comes down here.
Well, no, it's just because it's Florida, nigga. It's like
Florida had a big part in helping hip hop, get a certain level.
No, because of Disney World, nigga. That's what they come down here for, nigga. The fuck, they ain't come out there for no music.
I mean, shit, y'all don't even have a Smiles and South Star.
No, they come down there for Disney World and bitches, bro. We like.
And what the fuck did we go to Connecticut for?
Nigga, you get.
Nigga, like, don't let me product. Like, come on, really? Connecticut?
Well, you never been to the Northeast, so how do you fuck it up? I've been to
Florida. But dude, no one ever says Connecticut. If a niggas be like, yo, I would love to see New York, the big lights, da-da-da-da-da. Like, niggas say New York. Even motherfuckers that say Maine before Connecticut so they can get some goddamn lobster.
Nigga. Like, they don't say
no one ever says Connecticut, nigga.
Nah, nigga, because you're not hip. You're not hip, nigga. That's the whole thing.
Okay, sell me on Connecticut. Why should I go to Connecticut for vacation?
Because you ain't never been there before. That's one thing.
That's not a good enough reason, nigga. The fuck?
Yeah, I've been to Florida.
You tell me I ain't never been there before. What the fuck?
Yeah, nigga, you
that's like saying, alright, you want to go to the fucking desert. Well, you ain't never been to the desert, nigga. There be bitches out there. Like, nah, nigga.
Nah, I've been.
You ain't never been there before. Nah, that's not enough reason.
Yeah, Florida's cool, but it ain't all that, nigga. It's just, it's just Florida.
Dude, don't maybe get a poll and say what would you rather vacation at next time for free, all paid, Connecticut or Florida? Does that have to be a poll?
You can do it though. Like, if Florida ain't all that, my nigga. Like,
yeah, I know Florida ain't all that, dude. It's like it's the asshole of America, really.
Yeah, that's Florida's just a switch.
But at least we know. But at least we know it's on the body. Connecticut is like the thumbnail or some shit. Like, no one gives a fuck.
No, people give a fuck.
Hold on.
It's the most expensive state in the fucking
country. Hold on, Pat. I gotta ask you a question because now you with the EPMD shit. Because I just remember I saw a tweet. I need to know if this applies to you, Pat. I saw a tweet that said, if you want to piss an old head off, tell them that Back in Business is EPMD's best album.
Yeah, you probably would piss some old heads off, yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, you probably would. I'm not gonna lie. If you say, and I like all the EPMD albums. Like, you never say that none one of them is whack, but I don't think all of them are classic. I think the first 4 are for sure. But
EPMD ain't got no 4 fucking.
I mean, like, I just all I said was, if we were gonna pick one of the albums, I would have went with Unfinished Business before Strictly Business. But it is what it is.
But then but that's you. But at least, this nigga Elvis says EPMD has no classics, and if I ever put that shit in public, then people will say, "Get the fuck out of here."
No, EPMD do got classics. They got classic songs,
albums.
I don't know about that.
They got classic albums.
If you say so, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, dog,
I mean, you're the old nigga that been there, like you Mr. Hip Hop. So I'll take your word for it.
Yep, and also on West Coast shit too. Yep, because no. See, now I gotta take it back. Like, you literally told a New York person that they didn't know about EPMD until you told them about it. No, I didn't know about it because I thought you said that he didn't learn about EPMD. Like, wait,
I didn't say that though.
That's what you said, nigga. That's what I thought you said.
Dude, it's like, Pat never admits he's wrong. Like,
You don't admit you're wrong, nigga. You just talk.
Dude, we had a whole podcast last week with the whole Terrence Crawford shit.
You're trying to tell niggas.
You literally got called out on it and everything, and you just said, "Well, that's just how I think about it," or some stupid shit like.
Tell niggas that they're wrong because they hear a Tupac influence in the Yuck album when it's clear as day that's fucking there. I say it all the fucking time. It's in there, but you're trying to.
Dude, you said he's forcing it. There's one thing to see an influence. I'm telling you, like, of course there's gonna be an influence. I was like, he's actually bigging him up. Like he's done this. It's purposely done. Like you knew the era, the time it was in that era. Like you know why he was doing it. So if there's a Pac influence or there's a little Pac in the album, of course, fuck.
And of course it has to be. And if you don't want, and if you know what is what.
Hold on, LB. If you're saying that, then why are you getting upset at us saying that?
No, like, y'all didn't say that. Y'all niggas was saying he was forcing, like, all you hear is pop, and I'm like, and y'all saying the rapping delivery, and I'm like, what songs? Y'all can't even pinpoint this shit. Y'all couldn't explain what y'all even trying to say.
Because he don't let the East Coast niggas saying that shit. That's the problem. This is
nah, but y'all have some of the like worst opinions though. Sometimes
nigga, your opinion is horrible on this, nigga. Like,
nah, I said both albums are classic. I gave my opinion. Like. Yukmouth album better. Like I liked it better. I explained why. Like I just with the whole, and that's why I asked Pilot. I said, "Is do you hear a nigga that's wanna be Tupac on the album?" He said, "I could see where they're coming from, but me personally, nah, I don't really see it. I see a nigga putting on for Tupac. Of course he's putting on for Pac. Like of course he's bigging up Pac, but I don't see him trying to be Pac. That's what a Ja Rule would be in some of these other niggas.
What's Master P in it? You know,
and Master P and all of them. That's a difference.
Made a whole career biting. I mean, he bought fucking.
Y'all were damn near saying this nigga was biting Pac.
No. LB,
I said damn near.
Near. No, I made it clear that he wasn't on Masterpiece level of just straight biting Pac, but I could hear a little bit of Pac influence in some of the songs. That's all I said.
But y'all niggas was saying delivery and rapping.
Yeah,
that's like going real extra with this shit.
Yeah,
and then when I say what songs, y'all can't even say. So it's like,
and I mentioned it too. I said before, that was the reason why a lot of yuck shit, like post loony shit, like it turns me off from it when this nigga gets on that bullshit. You know, that's why I'm just like.
What other Yukmouth album is like this one then? For you to say that,
I'm not talking
Mr.
about
West Coast listener.
I'm talking about I'm talking about random ass songs, nigga. Like
no. I mean, you listen to West Coast music so much, you know Yukmouth career like that.
No, I'm not talking about. I said
no, but that's what you just said though.
Yeah,
because this is the only album he really do that on.
90 shit. I'm talking about this. I'm talking about anything post Loonies. Everything I listen to. I'm not talking about full fucking albums. I'm talking about it takes me.
Then how can you make that statement if you're just picking random songs?
It's not random. I've said it.
You just literally said that though.
I literally said it over and over again, nigga. That's why it's like it's.
So okay, you're just picking random songs then.
I'm listening to you if you keep doing that shit. I'm not gonna sit there and listen to this nigga just on some no.
Nah, cause you be saying a lot of random shit and you just don't like make no sense.
If I keep hearing it, like I said before, like I'm a fan of Yuck's Loonies flow. I'm not a fan of the gruff flow. Then
it sounds like that's the only part of his career you can speak on.
That shit, you know, for all 2000, every single time I come across a Yukmouth song and this nigga's on that gruff shit, I turn the shit off because it takes me out from it. I said that shit over and over again, nigga.
But that's only a small part of After the Loonies career. That's literally maybe 2 albums. That's why I asked you. But since you listen to West Coast music.
But I always give Yuck.
But you still not. You won, my nigga. You won. You good. Nah, actually, you lost, nigga. You lost. It's your loss because you don't know. You just saying this shit.
Nah, you lost. Nah, I ain't lost, nigga. I can't say.
You talking about random songs? I'm telling you, he literally does this on the guy. He does it on the Thugged Out album. He does it on the Thug Lord album. After that Godzilla album, everything else Godzilla post that.
Yeah,
it's Looney's flow.
Yeah, because
but you would know that though if you listen to Yukmouth and West Coast music.
Now I bet you if I actually do listen to all them other shits, if I listen to all of them, I bet you anything.
Then why don't you then? So we can have the proper conversation. Because if not, you just hype beasting.
Nah, I'm not hype beast, nigga.
I mean, then do it, then, nigga. Prove me wrong.
Because I said it before, like when he got on that shit, I stopped listening to him. Like I don't listen to when niggas start talking, like start sounding different. I don't like listening to him. Like I'm not gonna listen to him like that. You know, doesn't mean
then don't, nigga. No one forcing you.
I don't give Yuck his props. I've always said that Yuck is a spitter. Yuck has bars. Like you never hear me say this nigga is struggling.
Dude, but you only like, dude. What you're doing is basically
his delivery changed, nigga. Like,
dude,
when Lloyd Banks' delivery started changing, I was like, yo, I can't. You know, this nigga's started like unlistenable. And then only like recently, this nigga got his voice and flow back. So it's the same thing with
what you're basically doing is just you fell in love with 20% of somebody's career.
No,
you literally you're like one of those niggas who like after Floyd went to Money Mayweather, I stopped fucking with him. Like the skills just disappeared.
So basically, you're saying like you're basically saying that no matter what, you're still different. Like if a nigga starts struggling, you still listen to him disregardless because you just want to listen to him. That's what you're telling me.
Nah, Yukmouth wasn't struggling. You didn't like the way he rapped.
If nigga is starting to struggle, you're gonna still continue to listen to him just so you can try to play this, play a game like that. You're right. That's what you're telling me though. You gotta listen. If a nigga falls off, you're gonna still listen to him. Right? That's what you're telling me.
He didn't fall off though. You just didn't like the style he rapped in. Just because you don't like the way someone's doing something, if they're still successful with it, that don't mean they fell off. You just don't like what they're doing.
Yeah, and I stopped listening. Yeah, because that's what people do.
Because you don't like what they're doing. That don't mean it's work. That don't mean it's bad.
Yeah, like there's a reason why I said.
And that's for you.
I said 100. I said it
for you, nigga. You.
Yeah, it's for me, nigga. Yeah.
Oh, okay, then you acting like everybody supposed to care. Like you acting like everyone feels the same way. Like
yeah, no.
Like it's a fact. Nah, nigga.
If I hear a Tupac influence, that's what I hear. If I hear a gruff delivery and I'm not fucking with it, that's what I hear. If I continue to hear random songs, I'm hearing this shit. I'm not gonna check for you. It happens. There are rappers I used to listen to. I don't fucking check. I don't check for because of one thing or the other. But Yucks is very specific. You know, that's the thing I always keep saying. Yucks is very, very specific. Doesn't take away from the skills. I just don't like how he flows.
And we get that. We know. Like, yeah, exactly. I don't get like you keep telling us.
To be fair, I will say I don't think he kept like because I've listened to Yuck aside from this album. Like I've listened to some of his shit in the 2000s, and I never got that feeling like he was biting Pac or anything. So I'm willing to say that maybe it was because of the time when Pac had just passed, he was bigging him up. Like I'll give him that. So like
that's all I'm saying. That's if you know the era and the time and the way the West Coast was looked at, he does it on this album. Of course, like he got a song called "Still Ballin'." Like he praising Pac, a video. That's all I'm saying. Like if y'all ever listen back to us, the way y'all sounded in the beginning, totally different the way King P just said it right now and the way we talk. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, that's
it. Y'all didn't put it in the context.
King P don't speak for me. I'm telling you, I told you.
Nigga, your shit don't count because you all over the fucking place. Nigga, like you don't know what you're saying. Like niggas ain't taking you serious. I'm taking Pilot and King P serious.
Well,
nigga.
I'm taking what I'm saying, nigga. You just happen to be a Yuck fan, so you're too blind because you like Yuck so much. Like,
nah, dude. A lot of people don't like the gruff shit. I know that. I'm a Yuck fan. I'm not saying he's perfect or nothing. Nah. I told you the songs I don't like on the album. I told you Biggie. I'm never be on those stand shit where I can't admit there's a flaw.
Well, either way, I mean, and I said before, I actually liked the Yuck album. I didn't say it was fucking weak. I never said any of that shit. I said the production, although it wasn't like it was.
And I never got at you for that. That wasn't my whole thing. Was the whole like see, and this is the thing, and that's why I said contents and I'll give King P credit for this because even when I said that Yukmouth has a career outside of this album where he's not on that rah this that I could tell King P actually listened to enough Yukmouth to know that what I'm saying isn't no bullshit. That's why he said to be fair, to be honest, and remember this not his era like that. He's younger than us.
Yeah.
So and when he puts two and two together, he understood. It's just you just being like be stubborn.
This is my era, bro. That's the thing. Like that's the exact reason.
And it's funny how a nigga that's outside of your era understands your era better.
I doubt that, but you know.
But he literally just said
you don't.
he understood it himself. He came to his own conclusion.
Yeah, that's your own. My conclusion is just as valid, bro. That's my conclusion.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you say so, nigga.
Yeah, like I mean, either way, your Biggie views it would be considered trash to most people and everything like that. You know, where it's just like because it's a bias. You don't like you like certain type of people.
No, I fuck with dude. Biggie's a top 5 rapper to me all time. Reasonable Doubt classic. Even this album a classic, but it's not just like we said. It's like classics have levels. Just like we said with Reasonable Doubt and
Reasonable Doubt is Jay's album. That's not Biggie.
No, nigga, hold on. I'm making a fucking point. My example is classics have levels. People say Reasonable Doubt's a classic, but it's not on the same level as Dark as Hell is Hot, which is a classic.
It is to me, but to most maybe it's fine. I mean, I love both albums.
I mean, Twitter poll said differently, but I feel you. Like, and you said that on the poll, like on the cast. Like, I get it. Like, because there's some people I spoke to and they was like, "Nah, it's an equal shit." Like, but most people I run into always say the DMX album better, while people still acknowledge both are classics. We even said it was the whole niggas rewrote the history and tried to make Jay-Z a classic in retrospect. All I'm saying is like they both classics. To me, I felt like Yuck is a better album. I like the album more. They both classics. I'm not hating on Biggie album. Like, I'm not saying Biggie trying to be Tupac because he had a double album. Oh, he's rapping about death. I got so much Tupac influence in the Biggie album, my nigga. Like,
I mean, Tupac felt he was big. Biggie was biting him on Ready to Die too. So it's all the same. You know, it's all the same.
Yeah, I was joking, but okay, yeah.
No, that it's true.
No, I know that's true, nigga. Come on, nigga, like.
But I mean,
I know you are old, nigga. You ain't that old. Like, I lived through that shit too. Like, damn.
But I mean, personally, those two aren't even my favorite. It's not my favorite double album. I always said the fucking 8 Ball Lost is actually mine. So it's like, and that's not an East Coast album. Like, that shit was, that shit is fire, and we need to do a fucking review on that shit one day. But
yeah, we'll match it up against a Dipset double album, which I stay listening to, nigga. I listen to that more than Biggie double album.
That's probably my favorite double. Yeah, I mean, that's probably my favorite double disc album.
Diplomatic Immunity. I'm a little biased to that, but
yeah, I'm real biased to that one.
I hated.
Yeah, that's my shit, nigga.
Oh, I hated Dipset.
And this is where Pat's bias comes into play with anti-Dipset.
Well, yeah, no, I hated Dipset. I said it before. That's not a bias. I hated their music, bro. I hated.
I'm biased, but Cam's
it's okay. We know. You don't like swag rap.
G Unit was better. I always said G Unit.
G Unit never made an album.
G Unit had better mixtapes, nigga. I don't want to hear no Goonie Gaga. Oopsie Days, Zulu Gang,
I mean, they have better mixtapes, but even then, Dipset had great mixtapes too. They flooded the mixtape market.
So did G Unit, nigga. Like, you think niggas wasn't paying for that 50 Cent mixtape?
I never said they weren't. I said
Hell Rell. I was listening to Hell Rell album again, like for the first time in a good minute, and I forgot how fire Hell Rell's first album was. Like, that shit literally could smack up you could put that up against any G Unit album, nigga.
Well, which one?
No, Hell Rell's album is fire.
Huh?
Which round? The first round or the second round albums?
You can put it with the dude. Hell Rell. What's this shit? The one where he got the bullet teeth. For the hell of it.
Oh no, for the hell of it. Whether the mixtape was Eat Me or Eat a Box of Bull, Eat With Me or Eat a Box of Bull. Like, he had dope mixtapes too. Yeah. Like, all the Dipset dudes had dope mixtapes.
I'm actually just taking a look at the message. I know Henny got just his face green smile. I know Henny Gut's probably enjoying us fucking ranting and raving about all this shit.
Cause no, it's like with boxing, it's like niggas just say what they say with boxing, but hip hop motherfuckers take that shit to the heart. Like, it's different. Like,
niggas live that hip hop shit. That's
I live boxing now too. Don't get me wrong, but hip hop is just a little different.
Yeah, hip hop is it's a cornucopia of opinions and thoughts.
It's art, art's subjective, it's not really a definite, like Nas said, ain't no best, it just
Pilot got philosophical on us on this shit. This nigga got philosophical as shit.
Smoke enough, nigga, you should, shit. You in the cut, like we letting you be in the cut, like you better, unmute yourself and say something fire, nigga, like. Me and Pat gotta throw blows because y'all niggas ain't saying anything. And King P be in there though, like King P get in there, but then Pilot
I was listening. I was entertaining. I was cracking up.
Pilot act like he in the chat, nigga. You on the fucking podcast? Nigga. I gotta actually ask you shit. I gotta be like, yo, Pilot, like, what the fuck do you think about this specifically, and this too? You'll answer like part of it, then we'll go off something, come back 30 minutes later. Yo, Pilot, you still ain't answered this shit, nigga. What? Like, I'm the median, this, that, and Good Morning America, this, and that, and I don't really listen to Vegas rappers, but this nigga and yeah, Seattle niggas got bars sometimes. Hip hop. I'm like, all right, cool, yeah.
But yeah, with
shout outs to Black Eyed Peas too, nigga. Shit, all right, yeah. Joints and jams.
Well, I mean, yeah, old school Black Eyed Peas was, it was cool. But honestly, I don't like to call rappers sellouts, but some of them, when they sell out so blatantly, you can't really respect it. This nigga will.i.am, like, I still remember this nigga was complaining. It's like, how come when I see it as black? Well, you added a chick that was on Kids Incorporated from a show I used to watch in the 80s and made her the face and push the other broad out. And you wondering like why we call it sellout music. Like, you got your money, bro. Well,
and then y'all went all pop I remember they song back on Rap City and shit. They had some little dope hip hop.
Yeah, they did. That Georgia Gypsy, that shit was dope. Like,
and then the other one where I think it was Black and White. They traveling or some shit, but yeah, they had some little joints and some dope production. So you know what I was listening to last night, late as fuck.
It's funny. By the way, it's funny to think that will.i.am started out on a damn Eazy-E album and then turned out to go all the way from Ruthless to pop. Gotta love how that works.
Damn.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, because Will's had the enjoy. Like, I respect his grind. I respect his, he came from nothing. But it's just like you made the music you made. Like, that wasn't what you came in the game with. It wasn't on some Flow Rider shit. Like, I think Flow Rider is garbage, but he didn't come in.
Flow Rider can fucking rap. I just don't like fuck with his music like that.
Well, yeah, because I think Flow Rider can actually flow. Like, he has a flow, but some of the In the Air and all that. I used to hate hearing the songs in the clubs like that. I mean, they got the bitches dancing, but it was just like, no. Yeah, but he got his money.
Album, him and Pitbull, he the reason Pitbull did what he did. Like, both these niggas.
And the thing too is Pitbull had legit skills. Pitbull was nice.
I'm cool. That's what I was about to say. Like, they both dropped like rapping albums their first time.
Yeah, that song. Damn It Man. That used to go hard.
Damn It Man and Flow Rider with the birthday song. Like, and then
the cake. Yeah. I remember seeing Pitbull when he had damn dirty ass fucking braids on his head.
Like, this nigga was out there. He was out there like freestyling and ciphers and shit like that. And then,
no motherfuckers could rap. It's just they went with the money. Like, I can't blame them.
Yeah, I remember I watched a special on him. Like, he was dead broke doing that shit, and then someone told him to switch up his style up, and now he's bald, rapping in suits and shit. So I mean, it is what it is.
Budweiser commercials, yeah, those guys became those WWF song makers and shit.
Well, even the first album wasn't straight rap. There was a lot of reggaeton influence back then. Like, he was trying to follow that wave a little bit. With some rap.
He was one of the few niggas that actually I was fucking with. Like, even when if I heard him on the reggaeton, like, okay, cool. Like, this is not killing my buzz. Like, I can deal with this. But I honestly, I don't even hit on Pitbull all that much because he didn't sell out that hard. If that makes any sense.
Pitbull was cool.
One album you want, like your hip hop album, and then you just go for the money. At least you showed you cared enough you gave us the hip hop, you rapped. We know you got skills. Get your money. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Pitbull was cool, but I will say, New York, we had the better Cuban rap. That's all I'll say about that.
Oh man.
Oh shit.
Not the Cuban link.
CO rapper.
What was that?
We got the better CO rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that.
I'll never understand that because that nigga came in under Eric Sermon, and then he rap is funny how you can just reinvent yourself sometimes into whole characters and shit. Like
Yeah, look at 2 Chainz, Titty Boy on the Lil Wayne feature.
I mean,
I'll never understand how that nigga actually
he rebranded himself.
It's funny because we talk. By the way, you talk about Will.i.am and how Will.i.am will always be a punchline to me because he did all that selling out. Even to then, people still don't even fucking remember him. Even when he sold out to go big, I'll always remember him being on fucking CNN, and they were like, "Oh, here we have rapper Wyclef Jean." No. Then it got worse. He's like, "Oh, we got rapper Wyclef Jean." Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody's telling me no. That is the artist Wale. Oh, no.
Oh, that nigga probably went and just cried in his pillow that night. Like, God, dog.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean,
but at least like the names of the rapper, like they got the same letter. Like,
yeah, I'd be like,
Wale or Wyclef.
My pride would.
What are they gonna call this nigga Eric Sermon or Young Jeezy or some shit? Oh, there's Praz Mitchell. No, that's Sheik Lutz. No, Snoop Doggy Dogg. Like, what the
fuck? Oh shit, yo. Will.i.am. I mean, maybe one day he'll get his flowers though. But I'm sorry though. But some of this, but the shit that
every time he look at his bank account, he get his flowers, bro. Fuck that.
That's facts.
Like,
but it's just funny because like Will.i.am and the other two don't even look alike. I was like, why would you call him that?
Oh shit! No, but I mean, but still fuck shit.
Damn, is this the first time like a dark skinned nigga got like confused to look like someone else, like on some regular like? Cause with light skinned niggas, we get it all the time. Like motherfucker, just y'all all light skinned niggas look the same type shit, or if you put 2 of them next to each other.
I mean, he definitely doesn't look like no damn white.
Y'all cousins.
No, they don't look anything. But it's funny. Like the only time I laughed harder with somebody mistaking a rapper was when my mom did it. But I remember I was watching a Bone Thugs music video, and she was like, my mom saw this, like, man, I hate him. I'm like, who is that? Oh, that's Snoop Dogg. I'm like, Mom, no, that. She thought Crazy Bone was Snoop Dogg. I'm like, wow.
Damn, but that ain't even that bad though. 2 tall niggas with braids, laid back, chill expressions. I don't know. Like, I feel you though. I feel you, but yeah. But Wyclef and Will.i.am and Wale.
That's like,
you hated him.
Like I sold out that hard just for you to confuse me with those two. Like what the fuck? Like,
facts. He said that.
Oh shit, yo. But
yeah, that's hard.
But yeah, like I said, this hip hop shit, man, it's just like we have like I said, like and we always said before, boxing. We talk about boxing is cool, but I think the magic in what we talk about is with hip hop because you really hear the passion depending on what the topic is. Whether we're rating an album from beginning to end, where we're doing retro reviews, or when we're doing a current album review or anything like that, you hear it. It's what it is. It's what we do. Even as we scream back and forth with each other or get loud, that's what we do.
No.
And I know Henny got it, and Henny got
next one. Got to be a woman episode, a women's album.
Yeah, the women are overdue to get their actual due on here. I don't think we ever did one on any.
Never. That's why I said like let's do a good comparison. Like I was looking at maybe Foxy Brown versus Rhapsody. Then I was thinking something else. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean Rhapsody. I mean, in Fun Things too, Rhapsody has bars, but the music for Rhapsody, no.
No, I like Rhapsody.
She had one decent album that was good.
I mean, Rhapsody to me is like. I mean, I guess I just. I mean, I like women spitters and whatnot, but you know, Rhapsody takes it a little bit more to the extreme.
She had a song with Busta Rhymes actually dropped. What's it, ETE2 or whatever, ELE2. But he had a song on there that was kind of fire with Rhapsody.
And also she can come off though, but sometimes it's just like, you know, the music with her is not there sometimes. That's what I'm saying. Like,
you know what? That's kind of like how I see what's her name, the thick handy woman chick from New Orleans.
Mia X.
Bars.
Mia X?
Nah, hell no.
3D not T.
3D not T. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was like
that's like Mia X got classics, motherfucker. Like,
okay, I was about to say because I was like, it's like that because that's just the first person that like popped into my mind. Like,
what are you saying about? Wait, what are you saying about 3D not T?
Like, she's one of those people who like she'll give you fire verses and like the dope lyricism, bars, the freestyles, but like musically, it's just like the songs just. Like I could feel what I could feel what Pat was saying with the whole Rhapsody shit. Like, actually,
no, see, I don't feel that way with 3D not T. The one that I feel like that about that is, I don't know if y'all have listened to her, Shade Noir. I don't know if y'all have heard of her.
I've heard of her.
I've heard a little bit of her.
Yeah, she
could really. No, she's not on Griselda. She's affiliated with them, but like she could rap. But like I've listened to her albums, and it's just like I don't know. The music don't hit like that.
I don't know why is that with a lot of the female albums now. It wasn't like that years ago. Like back in the 90s and early 2000s, I could listen to a Lil Kim album, a Foxy album, a Gangsta Boo album, Mia X album,
a Queen Latifah album,
a Da Brat album, a Soleil album. I could just listen to these and it's
Soleil.
Nigga, I'm from the AA, motherfucker. Do we gotta go back and start with the booty shaking music, nigga?
For like a Little Kim though, like
nigga, I'm from Florida, nigga. Like, come on, like,
no, Soleil.
Who that?
Nah, nigga. Soleil can spit. Like, I'm not. That was just.
I'm about to say, like, God damn it, nigga. Like,
no, that nigga.
Leave me alone.
No, that's not a name that no one brings up because like she kind of like, you know, that no one brings up her name anywhere, nigga.
Oh, okay, yeah. Soleil can spit, nigga. Shit.
Yeah.
I thought you was about to go left with that motherfucker. That's why I was like,
nah, nigga. Like I put respect on that.
Like, stop. Yeah, like I said, hold on. I was gonna say, like I said, Jackie O. But I'm like, Jackie O wasn't even bad either. But
no, she wasn't. Jackie O was super under.
Yeah. I didn't really like Jackie O.
Hold on, what you say? What's up? That was King.
I didn't really like Jackie O's music. Not saying she was a bad rapper, but I don't know. The music just didn't do it for me.
I can feel you on that, but yeah, it's just a lot of the women rappers now. Like I don't know, just musically. But yeah, I would just say the 3D and the T, like she's one of those, and that ain't just for women. There's a lot of dudes out there who can rap their ass off.
Honestly, it's funny you say that. I feel like that's the case for the women that can actually like rap. Like the ones that can rap, like that have dope bars. A lot of them just like, okay, after 5 songs, I'm just like, okay, I can't listen to any more. This is too repetitive, too redundant. You've lost interest.
I think production has something to do with that too, because like a lot of them, I'd be like, damn, like.
It's like it's funny because like to me, the GOAT is still MC Lyte because her albums just go so hard. Like she may not be the best rapper of all the ones we mentioned, but her music is still the like I can listen to all her albums like and not have an issue with it.
Any era too.
Yes,
you're right. Like like she get underrated in that aspect. We just look at her as a pioneer, but not but more so like yo, she had some bangers like in her albums, could listen in the features. So yeah, but yeah, a lot of the women that really could spit, like it's just musically like something just. But I think it has something to do with like the producers. Like I don't know. I look at production differently like now because like if I could get fire beats, then I'd be like y'all niggas could get fire beats.
Although it's funny because I actually listened to Remy's debut album. Like, you know, this actually wasn't bad. Like, because Remy,
it got hated on, but it had some heat on there.
Because at least she got Scott Storch on the damn beat, on the damn beats. So like, you know,
her album was listenable. You know who album I was listening to the other day? What's the name? Champ, Miss J, nigga.
Oh, that's another name that never gets brought.
I'm saying some names tonight, nigga. I'm in my hip hop bag, nigga. So shout out to the ladies. But yeah, Miss J album, same thing. Had some fire production, spitting like it's like, you know what? That's what we missing. Like we make like the women just got the rappers for the women now. Like they ain't making heat for everyone. I know.
These
was trying.
Like a lot of those women that you mentioned earlier had elite true rapper MCs, overseeing their project, probably writing for them and shit. Now you got like,
I wouldn't call Timbaland an elite, but I MC, but I
Little Kim, Biggie, that kind of, I'm saying. Eve had, D-Block.
You just need some real niggas in your room at least.
Yeah.
I mean, Eve is a special case because honestly, Eve is like with the one rapper.
Eve albums were hard though.
Yeah, no, but I think with her personal life the way it is, I also can't look at her albums the same because I'm just like I'm low-key disgusted. I mean, I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to put that out there, but you guys have heard me say like. About Eve's personal life, I'm just like, yo, how you pitbull in a skirt like this? Like, how am I supposed to listen to this? Like, how am I supposed to listen to you? Like what is this?
Eve had bangers. Like, she knew how to make an album, knew how to give you. It's like she made a more balanced album than some of these niggas. Like, had the perfect amount of chick songs, dance songs, street bangers.
Even when she crossed over, she still made
exactly. And let's be honest, like Love Is Blind is one of the dopest storytelling songs that just gets so underrated.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, Pat. That's where we've always disagreed on your opinion of Eve, because I've always felt like you've kind of basically shit on Eve. I don't think you realize that sometimes, because Eve is dope as hell.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying her personal life actually it's just like it makes it hard for me to listen to her now. It's just like it's weird. But it's just like it's.
I don't be caring about all that. Like, if you put out dope,
I don't care about that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Pat be having all these little hang-ups and shit, man. I just be wanting to watch the boxers, listen to the music, but this nigga be like, oh, he didn't defend his GameStop belt against this guy, or he declined that feature when he really should have took it, and I mean, I'm like, fuck off.
I mean, either way,
he didn't marry the right white person or something. Like, nah.
And I'm sorry though, but it's just like, ugh. Like I can't take your spin.
Eve was always my go-to when people because people hate me. People would hate me because I would always be like, I'm not impressed with Nicki Minaj as all you other people are. It's like, she's cool. Either. But they'd be like, well, you don't like women because she can rap. What, you don't like women rappers? I'm like, no.
Nicki Minaj can absolutely rap, but it's how
music, man. I'm sorry, no one's trying to wide around listening to that shit.
The music, but she's had some songs.
No, but people act like she was the first female rapper that could go bar for bar with guys and hold her own and beat other guys on tracks. And I'm like, no, because Eve has done that multiple times.
Don't even do that now.
Yeah,
like who the fuck is Nicki Minaj having the best verse on these songs now?
But Monster.
One dude, honestly,
the only thing memorable Monster to me is just the fucking video of her, with her fake ass hand.
The video, the little video.
Yeah,
that's a video I only saw maybe
honestly, that verse is so over. That verse is so overrated. That verse is so overrated. I hate when people gas that.
Yeah, niggas act like that verse is bust down scenario or some shit.
Honestly, one of these days, I'm gonna be busting out a poll. I've had this in the chamber for a while, and it's which feature is way more overrated? Nicki Minaj on Monster or Eminem on Renegade? Because both of them get so overrated.
Yeah, you gotta put that one out.
No, you know what it is?
Said Nicki content was weak. Yeah, I mean, I can't listen.
It's Nicki all day on that one, because I think what it is with the Eminem, people only say it's overrated because they hated the fact that he had a more memorable verse than Jay. People
No,
always
Yeah,
have to
Jay
say,
throwing it in.
no, Jay-Z had a hot verse too. It's like, yeah, we know, but Eminem snapped.
And it was pre-recorded because the songs were voiced at first, but also
Yeah, and that's another thing.
But also Nas-
Jay-Z rapping his life off to a pre-recorded verse.
but also Nas did kind of plant that seed in a lot of people's
Yeah, of
minds.
course he did. Yeah.
Of course, but dude, people were saying that before Nas. So, look, that's
you're right.
beauty about battle tracks. He had his ear to the streets because niggas was already saying that. Like, I remember I was in 12th grade when that shit came out, and that was the whole talk. Like,
yeah, Eminem.
goddamn,
the
the Renegade feature, like that was even like, I remember Kurt Loder, like the MTV had a whole thing about that shit when the album dropped.
I remember
and all
downloading that. So I remember downloading that off fucking one of the download sites. You know, the Kazaa or some shit or R.
Yeah, like a lot of people was like, damn, Eminem got this nigga, but Jay spit a hell of a verse, but that Eminem got, I mean, it got to the point that the Jay stands couldn't just take people saying M had a better verse, so it had to be in this ultra retro reverse Uno shit where it's like, nah, man, if you really listen closely, Jay was spitting, he was saying more realer shit. He had the better lyrics. It just M flow. It's like niggas started doing that, and it's like, whatever, motherfucker. Like, he had the better verse.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's what I was saying. I mean, honestly,
I thought you was gonna say AZ Life's a Bitch verse.
No, there's no way that verse is overrated. And me as an AZ fan, you would never hear me say. I will cut my tongue off before I say that.
I mean, that verse was in the days where you could actually get a record deal if you actually spit a fire verse. Him and Big Noy got record deals based off their debut verses, man.
Wow, LB, I'm low key ashamed that you would think that I would say AZ Life's a Bitch is overrated.
Dude, man, like I've heard shit, man.
Like, come on, I'm an AZ fan. Like, I'm a big AZ fan. So, like, I would never fix my face to say something stupid like that.
Just making sure. I don't know, a lot of wild opinions be said on our hip hop shows, nigga. Like,
that will not be one of them, though.
Yeah, no one should ever shit on AZ's debut verse. Like that's like that shit was a flawless verse.
If you spit a verse good enough to get you a record deal, then yeah, that's probably like a top 10 verse of all time. Then
right. Yeah,
and you really get a record deal, meaning like your album comes out, you're not poster boyed or nothing. You know what I mean? Like, you legit get an album, a budget.
Poster boyed.
I'm serious.
Yo, I swear, all these mixtape rappers all these punchline rappers from back in the day, like none of them. In fact, I think this is where it's like before, if you were a punchline rapper, you can make songs. That whole era of punchline rappers that couldn't make those songs, that was low key annoying. But sometimes they made like fire mixtapes out of it.
The early 2000s, yeah, there was a lot of fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the Billy Bathgates,
Freck Billionaire. I don't remember.
Icarus.
Yeah.
Sicario was nice though.
Sicario was nice, but he was really biting Jay at times.
I mean, I will say that, like,
was too.
I mean, there was a time where Canal Street was just selling loads of Chin CDs, and I was just like,
Yeah, Jin. Because he used to try to do he was a battle rapper. He also tried to do Big L style.
Oh, yeah, learn Chinese. No, nobody wants to learn Chinese.
Honestly, that was one of the weakest singles I ever heard in my life.
Wait, I forgot. Jin was from the BET shit, wasn't he? I mean, from the award or the battle, the freestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Jin. I mean, he used to serve cats though. No pun intended.
Wonton soup.
Yeah, that
was a triple entendre. Goddamn.
That was
not triple entendre.
Oh my god, that was not. I am not racist against Asians. I love Asian people. That's supposed to come out like that.
Nah, I mean, like, he was like it's. I mean, yeah, shout outs to Cannabis. Yeah, shout outs Rome Top 5.
Rome's on there, yeah.
And he got Nicki content was weak. Yeah.
DJ Clue
rapping and voice changing. Nope.
DJ Clue with Joe Budden and Fabulous and Triangle Offense. That was my shit. Fabulous.
Paul Kane.
Paul Kane,
yeah, especially Paul Kane. Ali Vegas. Ali Vegas was nice though. I don't know what the fuck.
The A team. The A team
came out too early. Ali Vegas came out too early.
That was a damn fucking shame. I thought Ali Vegas. I remember I used to say Ali Vegas and 50 Cent would blow. Well, at least I got one of them right.
Yeah, niggas just like Ali
I mean,
Vegas.
Pat saying,
50 Cent gonna blow up is like,
yeah, that wasn't like everybody knew that. Like everybody that heard
no, but back for like the least shit, like.
Yeah, no, but no, 50 wasn't. I mean, because I still remember fucking watching Rowdy, and like, it was just like, And then after,
I'm Pat. Listen. Like saying, 50 Cent was predicting 50 Cent to blow is like predicting Shakur Stevenson to blow. Everybody knew.
50 Cent wasn't that hot like that, bro. Like there niggas said, because I remember
he probably predicted that shit like right after How to Rob too.
No, absolutely not.
He probably picked it off the biggest song and was like, you know what? Yeah, this 50 Cent kid, he got a future here. Like, nigga, really?
Because I remember I was a bootlegger, so I got access to a lot of shit, early. So that's my thing. I was a bootlegger on campus, so I heard.
I had 50's mixtape.
But niggas wasn't really on 50 Cent like that. But I was like,
50 Cent was buzzing. What the fuck?
No, by the time
Q used to be on that, like,
by the time 2002 came around, everybody knew who 50 Cent was.
Yeah,
like,
if you're making, you had to make this damn proclamation in fucking, or this declaration in fucking
because it said him. Yeah, I literally said I thought 50. I said 50 Cent. I thought those niggas would like blow. I said yeah. At least I was glad I was right on one of them. Because I thought Ali Vegas should have blown too. That's not a proclamation. That's like I literally thought those were the two that were gonna do it, but I was wrong on one of them, which I said I was wrong.
Man, and yo, King P. I thought Francisco Panchito Bajado and Devin Haney was gonna blow.
Yeah,
I'm glad I got one of them right.
Yeah, exactly.
I knew one was gonna win a world title.
Honestly, that's a perfect analogy to what I just said, because literally, like, no one was fucking. I mean, like, no one was really, Devin wasn't.
No, come on, everybody saw it in Devin. Like, come on now, that's not a rough stretch.
No, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about in terms of blowing, nigga. Like, I'm not talking about like, people know. I'm talking about like who's gonna really blow, nigga. Like,
I'm just saying you're not going out on a limb saying.
So that's your opinion, nigga. But that's what I'm saying. Like,
oh my god, like
I didn't know you niggas in the 2000s, but that's what I thought when I was like, it's like 50's gonna do. I thought Ali Vegas would do it, and I was wrong on the Ali Vegas one. That's
all right.
it.
So what did you think about Cannabis in '97? What was the declaration for him?
That he was on some next level shit.
Did you predict a classic album or something? I'm trying to see something.
No, the first album is not classic.
Well, from my
his the freestyles and everything. I mean, Cannabis already had the features before, had the big.
A lot of people thought he was gonna. Because I remember when I was a kid.
King P, and that's my point. You had like Cannabis was buzzing on a 50 Cent level, but you don't have a prediction for Cannabis.
I don't know.
You got a prediction for 50 Cent.
Cannabis didn't have 50's features. Cannabis was on a lot of high level features at the time.
I was just gonna say, I don't know if you remember. I'm sure you guys remember because you guys are old enough.
No mixtapes, like it wasn't on
I remember. I remember when I was a kid, the mixtape that everybody had, the CD that everybody was passing around was Cannabis versus DMX. Everybody had it. Everybody had it.
Yeah, absolutely had it. But then Cannabis had already had the features on the albums and shit like that. And then his album hit drop, and it was bad because
but see, when that Cannabis versus DMX mixtape came out, niggas was making predictions then. Niggas was like, yo, DMX got next, he gonna blow, Cannabis gonna take over. All these niggas was on the source cover that year with Silk the Shocker and Pun and Cam and all
those. Yeah.
Cannabis had the production that he had on the fucking rapping over the beat.
So I'm saying, so you didn't have no prediction for Cannabis at all?
I thought he was next. Because he already had, because he wasn't like 50. 50 didn't have like the big features before he blew up like that, unless you count like the Nas shit and and some of the shit that he did underground. But Cannabis was already on fucking Lost Boy shit. He was writing for A+, nigga. He was outshining Redman. You know, he was on 4321. Like he had a lot of he was on the Wyclef, like Gone to Remember. He had a lot of high profile guest appearances before his album dropped. That was the thing. This was not 50 in any way.
But with 50, the mixtapes were everywhere. Like maybe the features weren't, but the mixtapes were everywhere.
Yeah, like the mixtapes kind of made up for that.
50 had to rebuild after he got shot up.
Because 50 Cent, everybody had 50 Cent was the Future mixtape. Like everybody had that.
Well, I'm talking about the shit when he was actually signed to Columbia, and then he had some of the
power of the dollar. Yeah, but Power of the Dollar never officially dropped.
It's crazy. 50. I just realized.
But even that was on bootlegs.
I just remember 50 wrote Paradise. I know he wrote Let's Get It. You can tell by the hook because 50's one of the best hook makers. But I forgot he wrote Paradise by LL Cool J.
Yeah, 50 wrote a lot of shit in the low. Like, I think I heard a story that he wrote Nick Cannon shit too. Hey, though your pops don't like.
He wrote the Next song, not their big hit, but remember that R&B group Next, but their other hit.
Yeah, because a lot of people get into the game like that. People get in the game ghostwriting. I mean,
you see 50 like in videos. It's kind of, not see the industry plant, but you saw him like in videos, like like early on.
Yeah, he was in the Onyx video. He was in
the Onyx video.
Yeah, Onyx. Yeah, Onyx too.
It's funny y'all mentioned Onyx. I was listening to Onyx shit the other night. That the album that had Shut 'Em Down on it. Yeah, that album was fire, yo.
It absolutely was. The funny thing is too, is because I know all of them were taken because they completely changed from their first, especially from the second one, because the second one is like dark. The second one was a dark ass album, and so they kind of updated their flow, and it was like, oh shit, like this was dope.
They're rapping.
You're talking about the one that came out in '98. That Onyx one.
Yeah, Shut 'Em Down.
Shut 'Em Down. Yeah. It's crazy.
That's go hard.
It's crazy. Onyx is really not really known for the music, but more so for Fredro Starr and Sticky Fingers in their TV and movie show ventures.
Yeah, no.
You know why? Because the acting outlasted the music.
Yeah.
But when Onyx was on, Onyx was big, yo.
They were.
My favorite album from Onyx is actually the one in '95.
Oh yeah, All We Got Is Us. Yeah, that shit was hard. Like because them niggas first of all they stripped down their production, got raw, and so did the lyrics. Like the first album honestly hasn't aged well for me. I don't know. I don't really like it as much as the other ones. Well, it depends because
hip hop was different, but that first album was dope to me. But
it was dope,
such a classic.
it was dope, but like I don't know, it hasn't aged well for me.
Well, it depends because of the type of production that they were using. It was '93, so it was '93 early stripped down Jam Master Jay type of production.
And some of that production, like I listen to Slam sometimes, and I'm like, sometimes I'm like, this shit sounds like it was made in a can. Like, what's going on here? Like, it's not sonically like you don't want to hear that. You don't hear that shit for any extra.
Biggie album spoiled this nigga.
Yeah, like when I listen to Throw Your Guns, I'm listening to some Throw Your Guns or the Dex nigga or fucking Shifty. That was my shit right there, nigga. I love that song. But yeah, that's the type of shit that
I mean, there's a large margin between something that's really sonically pleasing and then something that just sounds like it's made in a can, like it wasn't even mastered properly.
I mean, this was '93. Like East Coast rappers were trying to be grimy as fuck back then. That's just how it was. Like,
but Naughty by Nature shit was sounding clean as fuck back then, though.
Well, KG's underrated. Niggas don't talk about no KG. Like, so it's like,
nigga, we talking about every underrated motherfucker tonight. I don't know, like.
Naughty by Nature. Honestly, they like
be a drinking game.
Yo, Tretch should get more props for what he actually brought to the game. Like Tretch had a top 10 flow in his prime, like probably top 5 even if you want to call it like that. Like that nigga was seriously dope.
That nigga do have a top 5 flow.
Although I'm not gonna lie to you, I wasn't really a big fan of Vinny. Though I thought Vinny was just there to just to be there. But it's
crazy you say that because if Vinny was by himself or with anybody else, niggas would say Vinny was dope, but Vinny never was on no whack shit though.
But he was always outshined by Tretch.
Dude, you got prime Tretch rapping next to you.
It just seemed like after Tretch was spitting, this nigga would come something and it's just like
y'all treated that nigga like X-Pac, like.
I mean, it's like you're like it's okay, but it's where's Tretch? Hey, that's the type of thing. That's how I always felt.
Y'all treated Freddie like he was Havoc.
Nah, y'all treating him like he's Big Boy.
No, yeah, come on, man. Big Boy used to carry some of those verses, man, with those longer verses. I don't want people think he was, he was up
but and honestly, I mean, I always prefer listening to Big Boy more than like Andre though. But I get it. I get why people like, And
Andre the safe choice.
Hey Pat, speaking of the old head Pat, I'll tell you about this. I'll tell you an album that I was listening to the other day that like doesn't get like goes so under the radar, but it's such a good album to me. The Shining.
Oh, I love The Shining, man.
Oh, with what's his name? Coco Brothers.
Smith and Wesson.
Yeah, let me ask y'all real quick about Andre. I want to ask y'all a quick comment question. It's been a while. Who would you rather pick, Andre 3000 or Black Thought?
Black Thought.
Black Thought. No.
I'm going Black Thought.
I gotta pick the nigga from the South.
3 stacks, all right. No, because both of them are similar. They have. I mean, Black Thought's dropped some shit, but
Nah, Black Thought is raw. I was listening to damn Capital Punishment last night. Part of me was like, man, should have matched this up with Life After Death because that might be.
That would be good.
Well, Puerto Ricans lose their mind over Capital Punishment. Uh-oh.
I mean, it's fire. Like shit. I was saying to myself, I was like, damn.
The funny thing is, I still. If you would have asked, like, I still prefer Life After Death over Capital Punishment. But.
I don't. I don't. What you saying?
I don't know about.
And I love Capital Punishment. But.
Capital Punishment was hitting last night. Like
Capital Punishment.
It's a better album. Yeah, like you can play that shit straight through.
I love Capital Punishment. I like it.
I love it too.
Life After Death.
Damn, it's like sometimes I feel like there be something that just inside of King P that just makes him just have to just like Bad Boy or Biggie or whatever.
Because Big Pen slaughtered that album like from beginning to end. Like that shit was.
I listen to It Was Written more than damn Life After Death.
Yeah,
it was written was great. I mean, I know the older gods say that it was a disappointment, but I've always enjoyed that album.
Better than Life After Death.
Oh boy.
It's about between.
It really is. Like you really could make that claim. Like
basically it's about between whether you prefer Trackmaster's production or fucking Puffy's Hitman.
All right. First off, like Trackmasters gets too much shit. Like they had a lot of dope shit. Like I'm tired of Trackmasters getting shit on.
I mean, let's put it this way. I mean, they got me. I mean, they breathed life into Will Smith's second career because without him, he shit would have flopped.
Even like Trackmasters was dope on the R&B tip too. Like their R&B tracks was dope.
Yeah, but for things for Trackmasters, like Tone, especially because they were underground. Tone was an underground rapper back then, so it wasn't like for him to do what he was doing now on the production side was kind of crazy. So that's why it was just like that's why I think that's where I think a lot of the hate for Trackmasters came from, and that they really picked songs with like they were on that Puffy shit before Puffy was. You know what I'm saying? Like so that was I think that's probably the reason why they got a lot of hate because they made a lot of songs where it's like, wait a minute, they didn't really flip this shit like that, but they just added a little something here and there, and bam.
But they made their samples and shit. The flips sound more hip hop,
right?
More smooth, like. Puffy shit was all pop sounded.
Puffy, was. Cause I remember reading Biggie's biography that the Vibe put out, and he used to be like, if Biggie was in the club and he heard Diana Club's Inside Out, and they were vibing to it, this nigga would go to the studio with that shit. That's how he operated back then when he was at A&R, that type of shit. Puff was a wild boy. Puff. He didn't like all that hardcore shit. Puff needed his pop sensibilities. He needed satisfied. That's why he was like, as long as you give me an A side, I'll let you put whatever you want on the fucking B side.
Man, Puff was annoying. He really thought he was Quincy Jones. Like, calm down.
Nigga thinks that the only person on his level is Dr. Dre. I'm like, no, that's not the case. Like,
no, Jermaine Dupri is right there with you.
Jermaine Dupri surpassed him. Like Jermaine Dupri is underrated. Like even though he was a biter, but at least he could actually produce music from scratch.
Yeah, he actually made JD.
And plus, he was a better rapper than Puffy. Like
Yeah.
That's not
Like
saying
you
much,
see
but
him
yeah.
and the brat go back and forth back in the day,
So,
and
Money Ain't a Thing, such a classic.
yeah.
Yeah.
That video, that's the time, man. Damn, the
But
90s.
the problem with Dupree was he was just such a biter. It's just like even his own city didn't really fuck with him like that because of it. Like, didn't fuck with him hard.
he was a biter though. I mean, and the people that he produced, because I like the brat, but like it's too much like Snoop, like too much female Snoop. I'm just like, oh,
Fuck out of here, man. The brat ain't rapping shit like Snoop, man. I hate when
the Funkified, it sounds very Snoop like.
One album, nigga.
Well, no, the sample, not the song, but the sample especially, like but then that's what Dupree did, like fucking Crisscross when they came.
Yeah,
out,
they was doing the little dude. You seen the Duff Row uncut Too Raw for TV?
I have that DVD right there. I'm looking at it right now.
Nah, I had the VHS. Fucking storage, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you seen I think what's the What Would You Do video, right?
Mm-hmm.
You remember in the beginning and they're in the barbershop, they got like the fake ass Jermaine Dupri and the fake ass the brat.
Yeah.
And you hear the dude like, man, nigga, take your ass back to Atlanta or some shit. Like they had all their little subliminals and shit.
Yeah, Dupree. With Crisscross,
they were biting the image a little bit in certain sound, but like the brat herself, rapping wise, like
but that first Usher album, which JD played a huge role in that shit, right?
Yeah.
Not the first one, the second one, My Way.
Yeah, second one. And that was the good. I hated my. I didn't really like.
The first one was Puff. The first Usher album was the Puff produced.
Yeah, that's when Usher having sleepovers with this nigga and shit. And they wake up wrestling. I'll never forget that interview when he said that shit.
Kevin Hart was the host. So there
you go. Yeah,
that was
what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Kevin Hart was like, "What the fuck?"
And the hotel, Kevin Hart was interviewing like in a hotel or some shit, right? Like a suite or some shit.
And he said that shit. And Usher was mad embarrassed. Was Fabulous there, or that was something? That was another time.
I think Fab was there, right? Oh, that was the Fab Jadakiss with the Diddy.
No, that was the Drink Champs. Though this one was just Usher, Puff, and Kevin Hart, and this was like, and then I'm just looking at, and I know Kevin Hart was like, "Damn, Puffy just told like an industry shit." And I'm pretty sure Puffy was like, "Hey, yo, nigga, listen, like, shit happens in the industry, bro. Like, so you just have to be cool about what you just heard."
Because that was before Kevin Hart was Kevin Hart. That was like
Usher was getting some of those golden showers that Koreshan gets.
P Diddy.
Nigga, that's like child shit now, bro. Like, cause I'm looking at this young Usher, nigga. Like,
that's fucked up, man.
Like I don't. Now you try to lose no wrestling match to Diddy in the '90s, nigga. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, Puff was a wild boy, and he's still wild today. He just refuses to grow old. This nigga.
Yeah, shit. I was gonna say we know the women album. We'll have to find the right women matchup, but I think this year we also gotta hit a group album too, like
for sure.
Like maybe like a group. I don't know, like.
How about like Wu-Tang?
I mean, LB. I've always told you I separate duos and groups.
That's what I'm saying. Like a group. I'm talking about at least three people.
So
I'm not saying because we did a Mob Deep before. Like
I got one.
I don't want to do I'm talking about at least like a
Diplomatic Community 1 versus Wu-Tang Forever, 2 double discs.
No.
Stop, nigga.
No.
How about no?
It gotta be a fight. It gotta be kind of even.
I refuse to. I refuse to.
I mean, hold on. That sounded kind of bad. I made it seem like it was like Peter McNeely versus Tyson or something.
Kind of is. Forever.
Nah, I mean it's more like Gamboa versus Crawford or.
Wu-Tang Forever isn't all that enjoyable to me these days, to be honest.
Nah, I don't know. Oh wait, hold on. Wu-Tang Forever.
Yeah, that second album is not as enjoyable as it used to be.
It's not 13 Chambers, that's for sure.
Because them niggas up. I mean, I love Wu-Tang Forever. It's just You know, it's the other Wu albums after that kind of start slipping.
Yeah,
after that it gets even worse.
But I give them a break because they had so much dope solo. Like I've been playing Supreme Clientele Hell. Like, you know, they had so many dope solo albums. Shit, man.
But damn, I mean, everybody do Wu-Tang. I mean, it gotta be something else. I mentioned the Outsiders earlier. Like, I was listening to this shit last night, and I'm like, damn, I forgot how fire these niggas were. Pace.
Now, if you had said Diplomatic Community versus Art of War, I would kind of entertain that.
I still feel like you're saying, okay, Buster Mathis Jr. versus Deontay Wilder or some shit.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm gonna pick something similar production. I mean, the soul sample stuff is a little. I'm a sucker for it, so it's a tough one.
I mean, I just feel like you kind of like Bone Thugs. You gotta get them. You gotta put them against like
East 99.
They era or they level or something. Like, I don't know. Like Dipset, I feel like you supposed to put them up with G Unit.
Yeah,
or the Locks.
I don't want to put them up with the Locks no more. Jeez.
Oh yeah, good one. The Locks Primo. Yeah, that was a slaughter.
And just it's still better. They just fucked up. They weren't. Yeah, Locks.
Like I would match Dog Pound. I would go like this: Dog Food versus Hell on Earth type shit, or Dog Food versus Infamous, or let me see, what's another duo like 8-Ball MJG Space Age Pimpin' versus what's another duo, Cocoa Brothers or some shit, or Smith and Wesson, you know what I mean, like,
or Black Moon or some shit like that.
Or Black Moon, yeah. This nigga talking about Bone Thugs and Dipset, like,
nigga, Bone Thugs every fucking day. I wouldn't even entertain like a comparison.
Yeah, that's kind of like but we talking about album, shit, like, how about those West Side Connection versus Firm? No, I'm sorry. That's like
you'll never hear me like, you know,
nigga, that might be like all right, so we got Lou Savarese versus Mike Tyson.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, that Firm album was a disappointment back then and still disappointment now because it's
about a 7.
Yeah, it's worse too because there was an unreleased CD I remember that came out with all the unreleased joints, and they were all joints that literally should have been on the fucking album. I'm just like, what the fuck, Dr. Dre?
Yeah, a lot of the mixtape joints was fire too.
Yeah, it was straight fire. Yeah, I don't know. That shit went left like quick. It was just like,
it's funny thing. So I think about duos. I actually thought of a good duo comparison review. I don't know. It might be an interesting one.
Who?
For albums, for duos. ATLians versus Uptown Saturday Night.
Well, that's an interesting one.
ATLians is like my top 10 albums of all time. So
that's an interesting one, but it's like the stature. It's just like that.
Because I love that Uptown Saturday Night album a lot.
Yeah, it's classic to me. Like, I love that album, but
funny thing is too is I might be wrong, but I think Lucchini might have actually been the bigger song out between both albums. If I'm not,
yeah, it actually was.
Yeah, I mean, because Outkast really blew up Rosa Parks. That was Equipment.
But that was the album after the Atlians was
That's what I'm saying. ATMs was the second album after Southern Cadillac, Southern Cadillac, whatever. That long ass album name.
Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music. It's not that hard, pilot.
Southern Playalistic Cadillac music. Yeah. Love that shit.
I'm thinking like Outkast is like you match them up with the Mobb Deeps and the Dog Pounds and the like. That's like you said, like, all right, Outkast versus Helter Skelter.
Like a Kumanai versus Black Star, or maybe I don't like the Black Star album.
Oh, you're going underground.
Black Star's not that underground.
Helter Skelter versus Black Star is dope.
Yeah. I mean, like the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, because the niggas could go with Nocturnal or what's Magnum Force versus what's his name? That shit. What you just said. With Grooves, I'm thinking like
On Top of the World.
Yeah. Oh, On Top of the World.
Yeah. So yeah, we have plenty of choices, but we definitely got the women first. Got to be done. Like we need to do.
Yeah, ladies first.
Ladies first, like Queen Latifah used to say back in the day.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Might be Eve versus Foxy. I don't know. Might be something. Might be some little new, old, same era. But yeah, we'll make sure the ladies represented, and later on we'll get a group one and might get back to the retro shit. Who knows?
Yeah, but yeah, it's important that we highlight the women first because there've been a lot of dope women rappers, and there's not a whole lot of dope women rappers today. So it's just like we gotta highlight.
You know, the funny thing is people say that, but I actually like some of the women rappers now. Like I like Glorilla. I'm not gonna lie. Like she can spit.
Yeah, she cool.
I like.
I haven't listened to her, but I'll take your word for it. I haven't given her a chance.
That new song with what's his name, Moneybag Yo, that sounds like
Wait a minute,
the most toxic shit I heard in my life.
That song is basically the hood version of "We Cry Together" by Kendrick Lamar. It's the same song.
That was an annoying song too.
That song I was talking about, that was the one with the Busta Rhymes song with Rhapsody. Kendrick put that shit. I feel like.
Oh goddamn! So everybody just keep making the same song.
The domestic violence song, but
no idea is original.
Matter of fact, I think Trife Been Dope did that shit before all these niggas with the motherfucking. He rapping about beating up his girlfriend, and then at the end, I think the father beat his ass or some shit. Like, shout out Tenno Gang, Tech Beats, Trife Been Dope. I know they working on another project, but yeah, I could have sworn they did something like that. But no ideas original. What that nigga Pat said, re-song, this is remixing it.
Yeah,
again, another a woman rapper too. They're like, we just go. Yeah. She could rap about domestic violence. She could probably take a punch differently. Like, what the fuck?
Oh shit! No, I'm just looking at the time. It's almost 1, so then we've been like.
Damn! We were starved for talk about some fucking hip hop. So I don't blame us. But closing thoughts or last. Yeah,
no, Henny God, I hope you're satisfied, bro.
For real.
Hear us go off though.
Henny God was in the cut, just like Mr. Burns. Excellent.
Yeah.
Yes. And niggas probably feeling like pocket them ad libs in that chat.
I mean, in this case, Henny God was probably like Big Brother, just like watching the chaos just happening and unfolding.
Yes. Like hip hop discussions.
Oh shit, no, but it was a great cast though. Like I said, well, definitely, until boxing starts coming out of its mid phase, which hopefully will be soon. More hip hop talk will definitely be on the horizon. But we thank you for everyone who did tune in to listen to us. Argue about the merits of both albums, as well as go off on our random talk about about other stuff, about rappers that haven't got any type of shine, and not even on the most incel rap message board, and how long.
This shit was flowing. There was different topics after the album discussion. So yeah, you're right.
Right. I might actually take that one as like a third. I might chop it up as a third episode. Because it was loud. It was very random. We went off on
a random tangent, music tangent. Yeah, you got.
Yeah. I mean, I've done it before. I'm pretty sure people will appreciate that. Again, a 2 for 1 type of music episode.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but final thoughts. I guess I'll go first. Thank you guys again for listening. Ring Gang is the squad. This rap shit. This hip hop shit. It's in us. No matter what our opinions are or what we think, it's still in us. And we have the best. None of these boxing podcasts will give you that hip hop shit like we do. Like that's the damn shit. Like none at all.
Facts.
Yeah, because most of them don't really live it like that, or they don't live it the way they need to, or they should live it. Just check us out, especially on everything. Google us, especially the website. and of course our YouTube. And I already see we got some new subs. I got some new comments on there. People saying that they love the channel, and that we love seeing that, because we do this shit for y'all, man. This content is like we do this for y'all because we know we have the shit that we want and need that we want to bring out to the masses. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say. LB, man, what do you got to say for your final thoughts?
Just another good show, good discussion. Just wilding out over hip hop. Guess we tuning in. What time is the fight Saturday?
I think TR guy said it's the 2:30. It's in the afternoon.
So main event be like what, 3 or something?
No, it's a 4-fight card, so it's probably like around 4:30ish, maybe
5 o'clock.
4:30, 5 o'clock. Yeah.
But get ready at 4:30 type shit. Like, all right, okay,
yeah.
All right, okay, yeah. So we'll see what's good with boxing on this weekend. Look forward to it. Light heavyweight fight. Once again, great discussion. Glad everybody tuned in and kicked it with us. Shout out to everybody around the world that fuck with us on the Spotify, Anchor. Make sure you follow us on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, IG, Facebook, all that good shit. We got more shit on the way. More articles, more animation. We just dropped something new with me and Prolific and Knockouts with Nika.
Yes.
And just some nice, just funny shit. We just, it's a little tease now. I mean, nothing serious. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got the pen activated up completely yet, but
of course,
definitely more content, especially more boxing content this year. Really about to do some big things this year, so just stay on the way, and music gonna be coming your way as well. We ain't forget that. Got some shit in the votes with me and my nigga Rome Top 5 that we might have to just release, just so niggas know we still out here. So motherfuckers just don't think they could just take over. I mean, so
right.
Yeah, release the Kraken for real on these motherfuckers. But yeah, other than that, just keep tuning in with us, and we just keep providing y'all with fly content.
Absolutely. Ayo, Pilot, your final thoughts?
Not much more can be said. Sorry we ran a little bit over time, but we're passionate not only about boxing but hip hop and rap. Music, the culture. Who we are. What we represent, and I'm just kind of high, so that's all I got. Peace and light, y'all.
Ain't no overtime. We finish when we finish. Ain't no time limit. No, we're talking about overtime.
Yeah, what the fuck you would say that for? Like,
you just said you
was high for real.
Yeah, it's kind of late.
It's a little late. Us off the air. Like a nigga was like, "Hey, yo, Pat, like with your boys. I mean,
it's a little late for y'all.
It's a school night. Like, motherfucker.
It's a little late. That's all.
Well, not late for you, nigga. It's was it 11 for you?
10.
Yeah, exactly. It's late for us. You must be high as a motherfucker now.
Yeah, motherfucker good. Yo, this was brought to you by LSD Juice and its subsidiaries.
Where you lose track of time, among other things.
Pilots in a space-time continuum, just repeating over and over.
Oh shit, AOP, man, your final thought.
Man, this was a great episode. I always love to do the hip hop because that's where the passion comes out, and we be yelling at each other, but it's funny. So, you know what I'm saying? It's the hip hop is part of our culture. So, boxing is we all about the culture. So, we always passionate about things that move us and have an influence on us. I know hip hop has a big influence on me. So, I always enjoy these type of topics. So, you know what I'm saying? So, thank you for anybody that's listened. Hopefully Pat and LB didn't scare y'all away, cause
oh, but we good, nigga. Like, oh my god, like if that scares y'all away, then I don't know if Ring Gang for you. Like, I'm just saying,
I was gonna say, like,
trust me, like if we'll give it like that to each other, like a nigga outside of Ring Gang will definitely get it way triple worse. So,
and that's why it probably scared them away. It's like, damn, like they going at each other. Like, imagine if they came with me
with us.
That's just status quo for everyone who's unfamiliar. That's the status quo for us. That's what we do.
Oh,
LB's my brother. LB's my brother. You know, he's my Floridian brother. You know, so it's all good.
But it was a lot of fun. So, you know what I'm saying? I look forward to doing the next hip hop topic. Whenever it is, I'll be ready for it. You know, in the meantime, we'll keep doing what we do best. We do everything best. You know what I'm saying? Sure. It don't matter if it's boxing, hip hop, artwork, videos. You know what I'm saying? That new video is fire. That new animation video. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to LB. Shout out to Prolific. Shout out to my girl Nika. You know what I'm saying? I see y'all. Y'all doing it big. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got to say about that. And you know where to find us at. ringgangradio.com. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You know the deal. So we'll see. Hopefully have a good weekend of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Lions in the camp come Saturday. And then, we can enjoy our football on Sunday. So
yeah, absolutely.
You knew I wasn't gonna leave without saying something about football. I know.
Y'all need to set up that preview playoffs. So whatever.
No, we're gonna do that after after Sunday it's the Super Bowl, the next game. So like in 2 weeks.
Damn, Super Bowl just kind of like crept up, or I'm just not.
Yeah, because the two games on Sunday determine who goes to the Super Bowl, and so then the
Y'all
next
should have
week
been talking about that. What the fuck?
we knew what we were doing. Like we were waiting for Sunday. So
especially since
y'all the football division. Y'all figure it out.
Especially since my team is I want.
Yeah, I didn't want to give Pat any panic attacks or pressure because he's already dealing with his Eagles. So I don't want to give him a heart attack on air. So.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, you're right. My bad.
Because a lot of people are already coming at me on some, on the Eagles shit. Because I'm in a lot of Eagles spaces and a lot of non-friendly Eagles, people who hate on the Eagles a lot, especially on.
So only your team is left that has a chance to get in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Yeah, his team, but like Pat's been running his mouth so much that like I'm like worried about him because if the Eagles lose. He's all that's gonna come back to him tenfold. So
yeah, everyone's literally waiting for that.
Yeah, and whose fault is that? That's your fault. It's your fault.
You gonna have you might have a big just dessert to eat, nigga. I don't know.
Yeah, so that's why I'm just because pretty much I wait till every victory. Then of course I put up my story. Also, if you see my IG story.
Yeah, if a certain team lose, I might have to show up on this show.
Yeah, but you're you every win. Fly Eagles, fly. You're flying a little too close to the sun, my boy. So.
I'm gonna be like, yo, Rome, yo. Tell these niggas send me the link.
Yeah. And, even Rome got it too after my team beat his Bears.
I see y'all in the chat. That was like
no. I said him a 1-on-1. I said one directly to Rome, talking mad shit to him.
God damn. See.
Well, I got to be ready because I know that the Eagles next season play the Jets. So I already have that marked on my calendar for wherever it is because you are not going to ruin my Sunday that week. So.
Yeah. Y'all got me hyped for this shit. So yeah. I guess tune in whenever y'all drop that shit. But yeah, that's
for sure. Yeah. After Sunday, we'll definitely. We'll definitely get Super Bowl preview.
I might have to do that Monday. Well, y'all. Well, that's up to y'all. I don't know because how football momentum.
Well, no, because Super Bowl is too because the week after that's the Pro Bowl, which no one watches anymore. And then after that, Super Bowl. So we have plenty of time to get a Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. It's not like boxing where it's like afterwards, niggas is like, yo, so we got to jump on this. It's like,
we'll see. I have a lot on my plate this weekend with boxing, football, and then it's wrestling because the Royal Rumble is Saturday night. So
Royal Rumble Saturday.
Wait a minute, why is it on Saturdays now? Why is it not?
They do
on Saturdays. Yeah,
they do pay-per-views. They do pay-per-views on Saturdays now.
And it's basketball, so the NBA is tough to watch because it's all sprinkled in throughout everything else. God damn.
Oh wow.
Damn,
Okay.
that's a lot. Damn, Saturday Royal Rumbles, man. Shit. They must have been doing that for a minute because I always grew up with that as Sundays. It was Sundays at 4:00 Eastern time.
No,
Like,
it's
you always had to ask all the kids at school who had got the pay-per-view Monday, like how did it end or some shit.
Right.
So did Shawn Michaels win?
Yo, well, thank God I had that. Thank God I had the hot box. So I was the one that people used to ask. Like,
No, my mom used to order all the pay-per-views, and then I felt bad for her because I would fall asleep halfway through, and she would tape them for me, so I'd watch whatever I missed on the tape. So
that's
Nigga, your mom was amazing, nigga.
because that WrestleMania 12 Iron Man match with Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, I definitely fell asleep through that. So,
Dude, that was like I ain't gonna lie, that was one of the ones that, like, as a kid, like, we wanted to see so bad. Like, damn it, you got that? Like, you lucky fuck.
I mean, but I fell asleep through half
You
the
fell asleep,
pay-per-view.
you fucking pilot. Yo, end this shit, nigga. Like, this nigga fall asleep now, damn it. Shit, man. You wanna fall asleep, nigga.
I'm here. We live.
I know you're here, nigga. Like,
Yo, I'm just, oh man, like, pilot don't even get the joke. Like, this, yo, we done.
Yeah, we done.
I got the munchies. I'm heating up food. My fault. Damn. Shit.
Nigga got that spoon ready.
No, finger foods right now. We in turbulence.
Oh, you got what, the chicken tenders, nigga?
Yeah, the air fryer be smacking. We still alive? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yo, this nigga sounds Joker high, nigga. Like,
yo, let me wrap it up, yo. So,
yeah. Wrap this one up.
yo, so for myself, Pat Scorpio, the representative. For LB Shuttleworth, God, the GOAT artist. For Cake People, they can be a conscious pilot. Yo, this has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. So until next time, peace.
This nigga couldn't even make it. This nigga couldn't even make it through the intro, like with the outro without.